Weekdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor. And we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
The LA Afternoon Drive takeover.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah. You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm in back of Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm?
Here we go.
You don't know. You don't know. And you know why you don't know? Because you're gutless, Andy. You're gutless.
Sedano and Cap.
God, I'm going to melt you. Come on.
Beep, ba-da-bop.
Yeah.
Do, ba-da-bop. A little Tulsa for not having a real open. We just did a taco tour yesterday. You didn't do an open.
I know, that's rude.
Yeah.
That's just rude. Yeah. I've said it many times. I'll say it one more time. You don't bring on the air in drive time in Los Angeles, California, two massive radio superstars without a proper introduction.
I mean, we are pretty massive.
What the hell, man? Where's the quality control, bro?
Right, Funchy? We're pretty massive, right? I mean, you're right? It's a pretty massive show.
I mean, I know I'm
Should
mad.
have a real open.
I know this, man.
You should. You don't have an open?
No, you just did like a generic.
Man.
It's just, I know, it's just so rude.
Slacking,
right,
CMM.
It's unprofessional, man.
Now, what would fake Funchy say about all that?
I mean, what are we doing here, man? I mean, we got to have open, man. We got to have open, man. Our show can't roll. We don't have open, man.
And we are huge, by the way. I will tell you something right now. Just one thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to make an early comment. Yeah. We can get back to it when the time is right.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make an opening statement.
Okay. Like a salvo?
Last night, I may have hit rock bottom.
Like the rock bottom?
Like, no, not that rock bottom. Last night, I realized after we were done with the show, and then after we were done with our East Side Taco Tour, like how much I had eaten yesterday.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And
Me too.
Because I had 2 tacos while we were on the air.
I shouldn't have even had lunch, to be honest with you.
2 tacos while we were on the air. Then we got the Don Cuco.
Right.
And I had 2 tacos right off the
bat.
bat.
And a molita.
A molita was insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we went to the next taco spot, and I had 2 tortas.
Me too. Well, I didn't have 2 tortas. I had 2 more tacos.
There was no reason for me to have that much.
I mean, it was 2 for $12, though.
I know. And then at the end of the night, I was like, oh, my God, I wonder why I'm so fat. Right. I wonder why I can't button my pants. I wonder why my belt is on my last rung and I can't breathe when I have to, God forbid, tuck a shirt in. I may have hit rock bottom last night.
I mean, positives, you ate great food for a very affordable price. Also, we saw Don Cuco.
Yes, we spent a lot of time with Don Cuco.
Yeah, and then
when you hang out with a made man, by the way, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, and then the negatives are you can't button your pants.
Right. But this morning, because I was having these dreams last night.
By the way, does this machine, this latte it makes, it doesn't taste like coffee.
Oh, really?
It
tastes
like
chocolate milk?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that we cleaned the machine in a while.
I'm going to go make just like an espresso. It just might be easier.
Yeah. But I was having these dreams last night where I'm like, okay, man, I got to make a change in my life. Yeah. So this morning, I went to the gym at the East Central Hotel. Yeah. And normally I would walk on the treadmill for like 30, 45 minutes or so. Yeah. Because I just want to talk on my phone or like, text or whatever. Right. This morning I was like, all right, I'm up in the game. Yeah. So I started running.
I did like a 90-minute hike today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I only did an hour, but I started to run. Yeah. Because now I'm like, I got to get in twice as much in half the time.
Wait, Cap, what was your dream about that you said?
My dream was about like all my friends who are fit and in shape, and I'm fat and out of shape. You see the difference?
Right. Did it have to do with your conversation yesterday?
Which part of the conversation?
How you were talking about how Rachel likes you thick, but like you were in Vegas and your friends all had their shirts off and you felt self-conscious.
No, I was saying that those guys look
fat.
like they're skinny and unathletic.
Oh, okay.
Me on the other hand, when I take off my shirt, Here's what people say.
Wow, that guy used to be somebody.
That guy used to work out. Right. That's exactly right. I can tell that at one time in his life, he
was
used
in
to
shape.
work out. Right.
Not so much anymore.
Right.
Though.
Now he's in shape because round is a shape, but that's the shape he's in.
Correct. So that's the positives and the negatives of
Right.
yesterday, Cap.
That's right. Shout out to Don Cuco, though.
Yeah.
Mucho amor
Sí.
para Don Cuco
Sí.
y la familia.
Sí, sí.
By the way, I loved it last night when everybody was speaking Spanish. I go, George, get in here, will you? Speak some Spanish. Tell me what's going on. Need a little interpreter.
I did that. I was the interpreter.
He was, man. He was.
Yes.
He was my Ipe.
Yes.
You know?
I was your Ipe. Yes. 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 Absolutely. So those are the positives and negatives, Cappy. The positives and negatives for the show are that Mike Trudell is walking into the room. We'll get to him in a little bit.
Wait,
Can you let him in?
let's see if the app works because he's supposed
Did you use the app?
He got the link to it.
He doesn't
and then
have it. He doesn't have it.
It's not working, really?
Wait, you guys all use the app
It
to
didn't
get
even
in?
work for me earlier. Like I had to do it like 3 times.
He
You
got
guys-
the email from Jody.
You guys use the app to
Wait,
get in
time
here?
out, Cappy.
Yeah.
You specifically requested a physical key card
Right.
because you couldn't figure out the app.
Correct.
So we all use the app, but you do not because you cannot.
Right. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now that I have like my physical card that I have to put up to the thing and it clicks me to get in, now I'm envious and I'm jealous
That you don't have the app.
and I want the app.
Oh, for the love.
I want the
well,
app.
that's easy. Okay, we'll make that happen.
All right, thank you.
Positives and negatives as Michael Trudell walks in the room. This is like perfect timing. So the positives of this Lakers season thus far through 10 games
Tell me.
is that they have their first winning record through the first 10 games of the season going back 4 years.
Okay.
So that's a positive.
All right, I'll take that.
That is a positive thing for the Los Angeles Lakers, who at best have been 500 for the first 10 games. We know last year clearly not 500. Let's just leave it at that. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Yes.
What's happening?
So that's positive.
We're talking positives and negatives.
I'm guessing a negative's coming up.
A negative is coming. The negative is they're 26th in defense. Like they're bad defensively. And in transition,
Well, I'll disagree with you on that.
no, you don't. You can't disagree, JJ, because you love facts and you love math, and both of these things include math and facts.
Factual math.
Correct.
No?
They're 26th in defense.
That's good.
So
no? Bad.
we've come.
There's only 30 teams.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
You know what's funny, Cappy?
Here we
me.
go.
Tell me. Tell him, Trudell.
Here
Tell him.
we go.
This is not a
Set 'em
Laker.
straight.
This is not a Laker specific point, and Sedano knows this because he's an NBA insider. About 10 years ago, nobody had any idea what offensive rating or defensive rating or net rating was. Now, since NBA Twitter has become more educated,
Yes.
everybody not only understands it, but understands it way too much. And, for example, had the Lakers just kept the pedal down in Toronto when they were there, right? LeBron kind of took the pedal off the gas a little bit when they were up. They were up 30 in the first quarter. If the Lakers keep playing that way just for the rest of that game, their net rating improves by like 8 points.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they're 21st in defense instead of 28th.
Right, but 21 is still not great.
No, but it's fine if you have a top 5 offense and if you can ramp the defense up. Now, they need better personnel defensively. That's what Jared Vanderbilt is going to be there for.
I mean, the guy hasn't played in a year
But the
and a half.
rating itself.
Yeah, like, is he ever coming back? Should we be talking about Jared Vanderbilt? Yeah.
The rating itself is very arbitrary.
It is small sample
It's
size
very
theater
arbitrary.
at the moment, but the facts are the facts. And when I see Coach Reddick today, I'm going to be like, yo, what's up with the D?
Well,
You're going to ask Coach Reddick, what's up with the D?
Yeah.
And what do you think he's going to say?
He's going to tell you. He's going to tell you.
I think that's
we're
a
bad at
very
transition,
asinine way to talk about the
Now,
NBA.
If the
Well, thank you, Coach Reddick. Sorry, it was a drop.
Mike Trudell doesn't have headphones.
He doesn't have headphones.
I'm about
You
to,
didn't
I'm
know
about
that.
to plug him in
You
right
know,
now.
plug in the headphones,
But honestly,
bro.
What is this,
here's
Tulsa?
the thing, George. You don't need to wonder. You've got an expert sitting across from you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Cappy.
In the
That's right.
studio.
What do you need
Savant.
to know? Tell
Exactly.
me.
Just ask him.
Tell me what you
All
need to
right.
know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's fine. Let's do one more negative before we get into a positive.
Okay, so wait, you're going to go positive, negative, negative, positive?
Correct.
Okay.
Because you turn a negative into a positive.
Okay, and I also like the Oreo cookie theory,
Yeah.
which is like when your kids get done with sports and you really want to talk to them about the game,
Yeah.
you go positivity, then criticism, then positivity. So I like the Oreo cookie
by the
routine.
way,
It's like a double stuff.
I like that. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
George just went where I was going to go. Are you a double stuff guy?
I am. Oh, big time.
Okay, good.
Big time.
If they made more triple stuff, which they do, I can't remember what it's called. They have
It's
the one
called like extra mega stuffed.
mega.
Mega
Yeah,
stuffed.
I want double mega stuff.
I don't even like the cookie. Just give me the other
want
stuff
the
in the
frosting.
middle.
No,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question because you asked me, you qualified me with the double stuff, and it probably tells you a lot about me. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Will you eat an Oreo cookie dry
Does that mean without the filling?
without dipping the milk?
Oh yeah.
Oh sure. Yeah.
Oh no, see,
I don't even like
Yeah.
it. In
No,
milk.
no. See,
I'm not
to
a
me,
big milk
they're
guy.
too dry.
Yeah.
So with like
I'm lactose intolerant most
fat-free
days.
milk, though. Hey, try almond milk.
Except for ice cream.
Hey, try almond milk. Try soy milk. I don't care.
No, soy's not good for you.
Whatever. Bottom line is you got
It's
to
not?
dip it because
Not
it's
for
too,
men.
it's too.
Oh.
It lowers the testosterone.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Did you know
go to
that
Game
most-
Cappy's
Men's
got
Health.
plenty of testosterone.
Well, because I get
Well,
it
he
shot
gets the
into.
shots.
I take the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll
Right
do
here
more
in the
positive
toes.
and negative on the other side since Trudell's here. Tim Legler will stop by at 3:45. But Cappy, first tell us about Amazon.
I would love to. I want to talk to everybody about what the Amazon locker could do for your life. First and foremost, you may be thinking to yourself, like, Amazon, wait a second, you mean like the people who I order from all the time?
Yeah,
the people,
those guys.
Yeah, the people I watch Thursday Night Football. Yeah, those guys. An Amazon locker allows you to send your orders to a secure pickup location that you can choose. So rather than everything being delivered to your house or your apartment, it goes directly to their secure pickup location. Now, this is really great because here we are in November now, right? We're going to have Thanksgiving coming up in about 2 weeks. Then before you know it, it's December, it's Black Friday, it's the holiday shopping season, and you're going to be doing a lot of ordering of stuff from Amazon. And you're going to be out busy working or busy going to holiday parties. You want that stuff to go to your Amazon secure locker, okay? You can then pick up the packages on your own time. And the best part is that when the packages arrive, you get a delivery confirmation email, and then there's the instructions on the picking up of the package. It's secure, it's convenient, it's a delivery solution to pick up your Amazon packages at no additional cost. So if you want to learn more, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp, amazon.com/pickupmvp. We all need this. Compliments of Amazon, amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Going through a life change, whether you're downsizing, you've inherited a home, or you're just ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Martin Lawrence, the Y'all Know What It Is tour. You know you gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody following you. Friday, December 6th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to do the repairs yourself or worry about whether or not buyers can qualify for new high interest rate loans? You need to call Seller's Advantage. Thousands of satisfied customers have already done this. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. Seller's Advantage will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days. Not weeks, not months, days. No repairs are needed because they buy the home as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and the most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell now, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage. Accident or injury, call Jacob and Bronny. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Hey parents, another fun fact for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. They are open 7 days a week, so your child can be seen any day of the week, and they take emergencies, which is obviously something you need to be aware of because you never know when those emergencies will come about.
I'm in. From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson. It's your job to keep everyone alive.
She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay. Dr. Odyssey, Thursdays, 9, 8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
This is Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
Walks around like a little puppy dog.
On 710 ESPN.
All right, Sedano and Cap. Mike Trudell's in the house. Tim Legler's going to stop by in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, legs.
Legs.
That's how I will refer to him.
Okay. I don't really know Tim Legler. In fact, when I say I don't really know him, I mean I don't know him at all. But I thought today, I said to you earlier today, I'm like, bro, if you're going to do a game across the street.
Did you say bro?
I did. Well, I may have said bruh because I wanted to sound even cooler. But if you're going to do a game
He actually
across the
started with
street.
yo.
Oh, yo, not bro.
Yeah.
Not versus bruh.
Yo.
I said, yo, listen, man, if you're going to do a broadcast on ESPN.
Right.
Of a Laker game, and these broadcasters are going to come in from out of town, why would you not invite them on the show?
No, I would. The problem is a lot of these guys get pulled in a lot of different directions before the game, so that's why I had already sent him a text and said, hey, let me know what your schedule is. If you can work something out between 3:15 and 4:15, let me know. So I didn't see your text till I pulled in here because I had to park at the arena. So that way I can get out easy and not park in the garage here because then it'll take forever to get home. So, yeah, I didn't see it until afterwards, and that's when I was texting you as I was walking in the building. But I had already done so.
Legs in the house.
Yeah, he'll be in the house in 10 minutes.
Okay, nice.
I mean, not in the house, but on the phone in the house.
Okay, right.
The house phone.
There you go.
There you have it.
All right,
Beto's
so
in the house.
Hey, Beto. Hola, Beto.
Get on the way.
You know, Beto.
Cappy and Don Cuco are like hugging it out.
Like hermanos. Hermanos, right.
Yeah.
Hermanos.
Yeah.
See.
So real quick.
Yeah, you were doing positive, negative, positive
right.
on the Lakers.
You know, I turn a negative into a positive
understand.
later.
You're
you know,
a 305 guy.
Right, like Pitbull.
Right.
You know? But so here's another negative. And this is like a double negative.
Can you just recap for us where we were?
The first positive was, hey, the Lakers are 6-4. They haven't been above 500 through the first 10 games in 4 years. So there's that.
And then the first negative was they're 26th in total defense?
Yeah, they stink on defense right now.
But Mike Trudell says that these numbers are overrated.
Mike Trudell's in the spin zone, I feel like. But
No, I was just qualifying. Like, you can ask me if the defense has been good or not, but I don't need you to cite the net rating from a small sample
has it been
size.
good, Michael?
That's all. Not good enough.
Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just taking a shot at generally we look at net rating. Like the teams that win the title don't always finish with the top net rating anymore.
Although generally in the top 10 on both offense and defense. The Lakers are the last outlier, as a matter of fact. Shaq and Kobe.
But here's why you have to pull the Lakers out of the net rating discussion.
Okay.
LeBron, year 22.
Right.
So when LeBron, this is not
LB
when LeBron
22?
is 25 years old, and every night, like when you're watching in Miami, every night is the full foot on the pedal, which is what
you
Tatum
can't play
and Brown
defense
should
for
be
48
right now.
minutes in the regular season.
It's not about can't. It's just about how do you getting through the entire season.
Right.
Yeah. And so, and I think that they did. I do think that this, Cappy, the change to bring Reddish into the starting lineup is going to make a difference defensively, and that's going to be potentially also once Vanderbilt gets back. That's going to help.
When is that supposed to be, by the way?
We're awaiting another update.
Yeah. My God.
He's technically out indefinitely. So,
I mean, come on, man.
No, but I think he's making progress, though. We've been seeing him in practice.
I did a preseason game, and we were close then, and we're not even close.
And
I feel like I did a report last year that he was coming back.
I was going to ask, what game number was it last year that Jared Vanderbilt last played in? Like game 25?
I don't even remember.
Game 30?
No, it was the first half against the Celtics. Remember that game they won without LeBron and AD? So that was in February.
So
the guys played like 4 games in like a year and a half.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Well,
and by the way, and everybody keeps counting down the days, like, oh, the defense is going to be so much better once Jared Vanderbilt gets back. If he gets back, won't it take him a long time to get him up to speed and into proper shape? And then, by the way, can he stay healthy?
Yeah, but so this is kind of to my point earlier, though. Yes, but if you look around the NBA, and I heard you guys talking about this in Super Crosstalk, everybody's got guys out.
Yeah, everybody's hurt.
So it's fine. Like how good are the Lakers? How close can they get to a team that can beat any other team on a given night? Well, right now, the team that's best in the Western Conference is not going to have their second best player for at minimum 2 months, and that's Chet Holmgren, of course, in OKC. So is there any team in the West that the Lakers can't line up with right now when they play their best game and win against? No, and so that to me is the positive part of them. Are they perfect? Do they need to get better on defense? Yes,
No.
but they're in the mix. I think
there's only
in a good way.
Agreed. There's only one team right now that I think is head and shoulders above the rest, and it's not Cleveland. Lindsay, I'm sorry. It's
well, it is, though.
I mean,
it's Boston.
Really? So
I still think Boston. They're the only team that has, I believe, 6 players that can both play defense at a very high level and also shoot threes.
Yeah.
They can space the floor in a way
That's
and
fair.
defend the floor in a way that nobody else can at the moment. So.
Hear that, Lindsay? Even at 12-0, still no respect.
That's okay.
I mean, they've played. 9 teams in the East. There's only 2 of them that are above 500.
But the Cavs had 2 of their best players missing and easily won 2 playoff games against them.
But that when you're that I get it. But there's also the Celtics knowing they don't have 2 of their best players and being like, all right, we can kind of just chill.
I like the Cavs. I would pick the Celtics to win in that series. So what I still don't love, Cleveland doesn't have the prototypical big wing. And I think that the mix of Allen and Mobley gets repetitive
not cutting
late.
it in the playoffs.
And Garland and Mitchell get a little repetitive.
He looks like a different player this year.
Yeah, he's fine, but he's not a big wing that can defend up and
This
switch
is
up.
all my fault, by the way. I just wanted to poke the bear.
You did. You poked the bear.
I poked at 12-0.
Yes,
Okay, we'll see because they play them next week. So
All right,
we'll
so
see.
Yeah, NBA Cup game, big one.
Positive,
big one.
negative, negative. Where were we?
Oh,
here?
so the negatives.
All right.
We got another negative.
All right, what is it?
So negative, this is like a double negative.
Okay.
Which will eventually turn into the positive.
Okay, let me hear.
Okay. The Lakers bench stinks. 27th in scoring, 30th in assists. And I'm guessing, D'Lo wasn't playing well, but that he will help that cause a little bit. That's the positive.
Don't you think, Mike, that when you think about these numbers and the bench is no good and the scoring and the assists, I mean, come on, man. Really? If D'Lo were coming off the bench whole time rather than just the last 2 games, how different might these numbers look? I mean, come on, manipulate the numbers, man.
Well, this is actually something that we were talking to Reddick about pregame, and George, feel free to bring it up in your ESPN meeting tonight.
I will.
Bench scoring only matters in so as you don't have a starting lineup that is staggered, and therefore you have 2 of your best starters playing with the bench.
Correct.
And therefore, so the Lakers
Can you slow that down and get into more detail?
So the Lakers bench, right? They don't come in with a bench unit.
Okay.
Right.
They bring in 2 or 3
They're not
guys.
like a hockey line shift.
Okay, got it.
They
They're
come
not
in
bringing
with
5 new fresh bodies.
Right.
Got
So basically, either LeBron or AD,
They are going to be on the floor.
and then either Reeves or Russell are going to be on the floor. Guess who's going to do most of the scoring?
Yeah.
So you're not looking for those guys to score. Cappy, though, to your great
But to
insight,
get through the regular season, you need those guys to score.
well, in a perfect world, yes, and that's why I think the Russell thing does make some sense because
Yes.
he
Right.
can be more aggressive.
That's the positive.
With the second unit. But could they use more pop in general
Yes.
off the bench? Absolutely, on both ends of the floor.
Correct.
No doubt.
That's all I'm saying. Hence,
Yeah.
D'Lo the positive. So we had positive, negative, negative, positive.
Okay, so the bench scoring and the bench assist totals, which are bottom in the league, are going to get better
Well, with
because of
D'Angelo
D'Lo
Russell
coming off the bench.
will be-
so the
yeah.
bench numbers will look better.
Yes.
Compliments of D'Lo.
Correct.
Got it. See, I like the way you turned the negative into the positive.
Right.
Very nice.
It was a mega stuffed sandwich.
Very good.
There you have it. Hey, listen, let's take a quick break so we can talk to Legler. But, Cappy, tell us about your friends at Ocean Subaru.
Well, first of all, I want to say this. I'm driving around in a brand new Subaru Crosstrek, and it's a great, great vehicle. It's silver.
What color?
Yeah, it's silver. Yeah,
Okay,
it's really
that's
nice.
I saw it
Sleek.
yesterday.
That's sleek.
And you know what? It's interesting because it's a small looking, I would call it like a little mini SUV because it's 4-wheel drive. But I'm telling you, inside it feels super spacious. And I love the Subaru brand. I've been talking about it for a really long time. The technology, the versatility, the reliability, and I love the fact that it's all-wheel drive. And like I said, it looks small on the outside, but it's very spacious on the inside, very sporty. It is a perfect car, especially if you have an active lifestyle. You want to put surfboards on the top, skis, snowboards, whatever. But now, as much as I love the Subaru brand, let me introduce you to the dealership that you need to go to get your brand new Subaru. That's Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I've talked about their general manager, Omar. 22 years in the Army, retired, got into the car business. 10 years later, he's running the entire shop. So if you're a veteran and you're looking for a Subaru, come on in and talk to Omar because he wants to take extra good care of you. But everybody else, civilians and everybody, come on down because all of these Subaru vehicles, they're the safest on the road. Their entire staff knows them upside down. Ocean Subaru is conveniently located at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Here's their website, oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Mike Trudell, they make you smile at every mile.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum this Saturday as they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
All right, parents, here's some fun facts for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. First tooth, first visit. Once those teeth pop out, you gotta bring them to Children's Dental Fun Zone. And as far as ortho is concerned, you gotta get those kids here by the age of 8.
lots of drama.
I share my office. But no matter what kind of office you have, if you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast. So, for any kind of office,
I'm really going places in my office.
count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Harry Douglas here, and if you're constantly on the go like I am, then earbuds are a priority. That's why you need Technique's new noise-canceling AZ80s. Like you, these buds work as hard as they play. You'll get Technique's legendary high-res audio, along with state-of-the-art noise cancellation, so you can stay in your zone. Visit us.techniques.com/sports to shop for AZ80s now. That's us.technics.com/sports.
This is Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
How is that related?
On 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap with you here. We'll take you up till 5:30. Lakers and Grizzlies here on the home of the Lakers, 710 ESPN. Mike Trudell, everyone's favorite sideline reporter in the house as well.
Not everybody.
Not yours, clearly. I don't know.
Some people.
I mean, I'm partial to Pam Oliver.
Okay.
To Lisa Salters.
That's fine.
You
can be.
There's just
they're both fantastic Hall of Famers.
I'm not saying that Mike's not great.
Mike's very good.
Mike's good.
Yes.
But he ain't Pam Oliver.
All right, we're going to bring on one of the best in the biz, Tim Legler, who's
Understand.
calling the game with me tonight on ESPN. Dave Pasch will have the play-by-play. Legs will be the analyst, and I'll be on the sideline. I noticed you didn't put me in your sideline rankings, but that's fine.
Well, I haven't gotten to you yet.
Okay, that's fine. But Legs is here with us. Legs, thanks for taking the time, man. So we were just talking positives and negatives about this Lakers team right now. What do you think is a positive through 10 games, maybe something that surprised you, and what's something that you view as potentially detrimental for them?
Well, I think the positive for me so far has been a couple things. One is just the continued consistency and reliability of Anthony Davis. I think he's done a lot to shed some of the labels, right, and some of the issues that he had and things that people would raise about him all the time. I know I did it. I don't know how many times I was involved in discussions about Anthony Davis throughout his career, and the two things you were always talking about, consistency and reliability, right, two things that you always question about him. I think after playing 76 games last year, being that good, coming in this year, playing through a couple little nagging things here early in the year, being this productive, meshing with his new head coach, taking on added responsibility, that's the positive. I mean, Anthony Davis has been arguably as good as anybody in this league over the first 3 weeks of the season. That's a great sign for the Lakers, and most importantly, he's out there every night. So that, to me, is the big positive. Also, I think the fact that this is a team that can really get to the line, right? That's a way you can control games and help your defense. They get to the line as well as any team in this league. So that's playing to your strength. I think some of the things that you've got to look at and say, I think has to be better. They don't shoot a lot of threes. They don't make a lot of threes. And ultimately, this is a league that you're going to run into teams, given nights, guys, where you just have to have that kind of firepower from out there to match teams. Like if you're a minus 18 to anywhere from a minus 18 to a minus 30 from the three-point line in a given night, and it happens in this league against some of these better teams that take a ton of threes, very difficult to make up for that with mid-range twos, layups, and free throws. It's just hard to do that. So those are the numbers you want to continue to see an uptick. I don't think Dalton Connect has had maybe the impact I expected him to have here early. Let's see if that's an area that continues to grow for the Lakers, and he can help some of those numbers as he continues to get more comfortable at the NBA level.
Hey, Tim, these two teams played each other about a week or so ago, and Memphis kind of had their way with the Lakers. John Morant left that game with an injury. He's not going to play tonight. I was looking at these numbers. I'm sure you've looked at the same ones. Can you figure out why Memphis is better statistically without John Morant? They score fewer points with him than when he's out. They give up more points without him. So I guess what I'm getting at is they seem to be statistically better. Do you have any explanation for why that would be?
No, listen, I think sometimes you can see certain statistical anomalies that are there. You can't certainly deny them, but they're facts. I don't know that necessarily like the narrative around that makes a lot of sense to me, right? And I think for them, this is a team that's second in the league in assists. So this is a team that moves the ball exceptionally well. And they probably do that even better when he's not playing because they have to, because they're not going to get the number of broken play offensive productions that they're going to get when John Morant's on the court, because he's going to break plays. He's going to be in an area of the court that the defense really can't contain him. He's going to do things that only he can do physically for them. And so they're going to rely on that. When he's not there, I think they're more cognizant that the ball has to move. And they've got a number of guys that can shoot the basketball, so it's not surprising to me that the assist numbers go up. More guys touch it, more guys feel empowered. And I think in the short term, what you're saying can be true. In the long term, it's much more difficult to be able to sustain that because you need the offensive greatness of a John Morant if you're Memphis, because he can do things against great defenses nobody else on their roster can do.
Tim, thinking about John, of course, he's out. He's one of many stars that are out right now, let alone all of the role players, like the entire New Orleans Pelicans team, right? And we were throwing around some theories about injuries and thinking back to when you were playing, and it seemed like teams were practicing more, and therefore, instead of having the car go from 0 miles an hour to 60, it was, okay, maybe it's at 0 in preseason, but then it's up to 30, and then you kind of keep it in 30 for practice, then you get up to 60 in a game, and you're in that range more. Now, teams are practicing less, and I wonder if that, plus the advanced pace, just more sprinting, more running, that's clearly been up for the these last 20 years. It goes up every year. Do you see any validity to that? If not, how do you understand all of the injuries that are happening?
Listen, this is a very fascinating topic for me because I think when you look at the load management, that's come into this league over the last decade, probably even a little bit before that, the whole goal is keep guys healthier for the most important time of the year and have them available for more games in the postseason, have them better in the postseason, have them play longer in terms of number of years of their career so that they can play deeper into their 30s and make more money. And it all sounds great by giving guys a night off here and there and maybe up to their 10, 12, 15 a year, whatever you want to give a certain player. The problem is the data's not backing up that guys are staying healthier. And that's where I have a problem with it. And I think part of it is not conditioning your body through a more rigorous training camp, not playing through certain types of aches and pains and injuries sometimes that we would play through in my era. I think it does condition your body to be able to handle that. And I think there is definitely some validity in that. Training camps look a lot different. Teams don't really practice much at all on off days in the NBA anymore, unless you're one of the 5, 6 guys that's not playing a lot. They'll probably work you out. Other than that, you're top 8, top 9 in rotation. You're probably not practicing a whole lot on your off days. So I think there are things that you're not really toughening up your body to do. And look, most of these injuries you're talking about are fluke injuries. That's why the load management thing never made a lot of sense to me in the first place. You're giving a guy off every so often with the thought of, hey, preserving him, keeping him fresher later, and then he comes back and he comes down on somebody's foot grabbing a defensive rebound, and he's out 2 weeks with a high ankle sprain. I don't know what load management had to do with that. So the numbers aren't backing it up. It feels like there's more players, and statistically I think it says it. There's more players out more often now, even though they're getting more scheduled nights off. And I'm talking about, of course, the top guys in this league. So it's unfortunate. We're dealing with it to a great extent here early in the season. A lot of teams going through it. We had a lot of teams going through it at the end of last season. And any way you slice it, whether it's the beginning of the year, you're not getting what this is going to look like, new places, new faces, and what teams look like, or the end of the year when you need them the most in the playoffs. It hasn't been great here, a great stretch of health for the league, and unfortunately does affect the product every night.
Yeah, tough to put the genie back in the bottle, though, I think, in that scenario. That's going to be the challenge.
Oh, for sure.
Part. Yeah.
For sure.
Tim Legler, the great Tim Legler, with us here on Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN. Mike Trudell also in the house with us here. All right, I got 2 quick ones before we let you go. First, what are your thoughts on Coach Redick, which still, I know we talked about this in our meeting today, and our producer said this still sounds weird to say, but how do you feel about Coach Redick and the job he's done through 10 games?
Yeah, look, I think that he's come in and what he was really bringing to the table first and foremost was ability to unlock some things offensively with teams because he's creative in his approach to it, studies it like nobody else, and he wanted to basically it's the same roster. They're running it back with Dalton Connect. I mean, that's really what this adds up to. He wanted to see ways that he could max out each guy individually by putting some wrinkles, some sets, style of play, identity. I think he's done it. I think the offensive numbers, back that up. Points, field goal percentage, this is a team that's played very well on that end of the floor. The three-point shooting, some of that is limitations of your personnel. They don't have a great three-point shooting roster. I think he's a little bit disappointed it hasn't been more impactful considering how he made his money as a player. That's something he's going to continue to tweak and look at every day. But I think the offense has hummed at that level. Defensively, this is a team that is very poor in transition. It's been something he's been harping on from the beginning of the year. They're slow to change ends of the floor. They give up a lot of threes in transition. It's hard to overcome it some nights. They've got to get better there. In the half court, they're a top 10 defensive rated team, and that's something he's looking at. We force teams to set up, we're in good shape. We turn the ball over, don't get offensive rebounds or take long shots and they run. We're not good at that, and that's where they've got to tighten it up. I think overall, I've been impressed considering no coaching experience at the NBA level whatsoever, high-profile job, an awful lot of scrutiny, a lot of people looking at how it all played out and that he got the job. I think he's answered the bell, man. I think early on he looks comfortable. He looks like he's where he's supposed to be in life. And now it comes down to a matter of continuing to give the guy more experience to tweak this thing and max out who this team can be.
Tim, could you do the same thing? Leave the broadcast booth and become an NBA head coach?
I mean, I believe in myself. I think I could, man. I think I was born to do it. I think always thought it was my calling in life. Different changes and different, forks in the road happened in my life, personally and professionally. You make certain choices, and I never really pursued that at the NBA level. I did at one time pursue some D1 jobs. I was very interested in being a D1 coach at one point in my career, and I honestly feel very strongly I would have succeeded in it. And I think one thing JJ has, and I feel like I have this, and when I watch it, I can see all 10 things moving at the same time, all 10 pieces on the court moving at the same time. So your attention to detail and what you pick up is just different. And I think JJ is wired that way. and it's all about the details. That's what his entire preseason mantra was, details. It matters, man. Angle of an entry pass, timing of a screen, all of those things matter in terms of making you more efficient. That's why JJ, I think, ultimately is going to really succeed at this, and I think I kind of see the game the same way. So, yeah, I think I would have succeeded, but I'm very, very happy and comfortable where I'm at, and George and I getting to work together. We're going to enjoy ourselves tonight quite a bit.
Yeah, listen, I'm not losing Reddick and you back-to-back, all right? That's not happening, okay? So enough of this talk. All right, but before we let you go, Legs, Legler loves the NBA. We all know that. He was a great player, great analyst. But he may love the Commanders equally as much as he loves the NBA.
Big game.
Now,
Tomorrow
Legs,
night.
my
Jaden Daniels
producer,
season.
DeAndre, okay? Big Eagles fan. You tell DeAndre why your Commanders are going to kick his Eagles' ass.
Well, first of all, you misspoke in setting that up. I am way more of a Commanders fan than I am anything else on the planet. With the exception of my beautiful wife, my children, and my dogs, the only thing that I love more than the Commanders is that family.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Then it's the Commanders. Then it's the NBA. Yeah, listen, it's a big one. This is one of the biggest games the Commanders have played this deep into the season in a very long time. Unfortunately, I can't be there. When they come to Philly, I go almost every year. And this year I'm on the West Coast, sandwiched games Wednesday and Friday. LA, I go to play. I'm calling the Warriors Friday night. So I'm out on the West Coast. I can't get there. I will obviously be watching this game. I don't feel great about our chances to win in Philly. I think we'll get them when they come to D.C. I still feel really good about winning the division. But, I don't like necessarily the way our offense has looked the last couple of weeks. And I will use terms like we and our as if I'm on the team. I do it all the time.
DeAndre, tell Legler why your team is going to kick his team's ass.
Tim, let me tell you something. This magnitude of the game, this division, the Eagles are in first place right now. Do you understand how big this game is? The Commanders are coming to the Link. They're coming to Lincoln Financial Field. Jalen Hurts is rolling. The defense is rolling. The offensive line is healthy. Jaden Daniels doesn't know what that pass rush has got coming for him, man.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling
You don't
right
know about
now.
that pass rush, Legler.
Listen. Okay, we're going. Man, okay, I see. I thought we were going to come out like ding ding, little charity boxing match. You're coming out throwing haymakers, sprinting across the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I got news for you. You're about to see something on Thursday night. This guy's about to take over the NFC East best quarterback in the division in Jaden Daniels. You're going to see something really, really special. A lot of Eagles fans are going to wish that Jalen Hurts could get to that level.
Oh, I love it. All right, we'll leave it at that.
Last word to Legler.
Tim Legler. Check him out tonight. Dave Pash, Tim Legler, myself on the ESPN broadcast for Lakers Grizzlies. Legs, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Anytime, guys.
See you later. There he is, Tim Legler.
Nice.
He wishes. You're going to wish Jalen Hurts could be Jaden Daniels.
And he's right, by the way.
I mean,
he
he
is
is
right. He is right.
I mean, look, man. Jalen Hurts has been to the Super Bowl. Jaden Daniels has not been to that magnitude yet.
Just saying.
Right
now.
Just saying.
I mean, I get he's a rookie, but I'm just saying.
Everybody's just saying. He's going to be the guy.
Yeah. Hey, you're listening to KSBN Los Angeles. All right, Cappy, before Trudell's in the house, we're going to get back to the Lakers in a minute. Also, we want to get into a couple of other things in just a moment because we're going to – but you need to talk about our friends at Molson Coors. Sorry.
I really do. Hey, I want to talk to all the USC Trojan fans out there, and I realize the season has not exactly gone the way that you'd hoped, but you still have the UCLA game on the horizon at the Rose Bowl, and if you want to go to the rivalry game, make sure you grab an icy cold Coors Light by visiting CoorsLight.com/collegefootball. Now, you want to grab an ice cold Coors Light, but to win these tickets, you want to go to CoorsLight.com/collegefootball. Enter the keyword SCORE for your shot to win tickets and other weekly prizes. And we want to thank our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of your USC Trojans. Don't forget, 21 means 21. And remember to always celebrate responsibly. Now, here's the point in the spot where I got to read stuff real fast. Here goes. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24, ends 1/21/25 at 9:59 p.m. Pacific time. You must be a legal resident of the 50 United States, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use the keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at CoorsLight.com/collegefootball for entry, instructions, keywords, odds, prizes, and restrictions. Molson Coors Beverage Company USA, LLC, 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606. And yes, I even do the disclaimer live. There you go. Make sure you try and win. CoorsLight.com/collegefootball.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
I got Uggs. Me too.
Yeah.
But we can't rock them anymore.
I wear them all the time.
Do you really?
I mean, once it gets cold, they're boots, so they're kind of warm.
You wear them out in public, loud and proud.
Yeah, they're
okay.
boots.
Uggs all of a sudden became like not cool for guys to wear.
Why?
I don't know.
Tom Brady
I thought
wears
Tom
Uggs.
Brady brought them back. That's what I said.
It's Trav and D-Farr.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Thanks to Tim Legler for joining us there. Take it away, Linz.
Thanks, Sedano. All right, what you need to know is...
That Mike Trudell is having password problems?
Yeah, you know, this is getting a little ridiculous.
I mean,
guys.
you're like, what are you, Cappy?
No, it makes me feel better. Makes me feel a lot better. I'm not the only big dummy around here.
Cappy, I don't mind being compared to you.
Thank you. Thank
You're a
you
nice
very
person.
much. Thank you. You're a nice guy, too. I have
Thanks,
a lot of adoration for you, as a matter of fact.
He may actually put you in his sideline rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting close.
Yeah.
It's just getting a little
Christopher's
ridiculous, you know?
Okay, we're on the air.
What happened?
Dagny Dover, that's how you say it.
Okay.
Dagny Dover?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
A bag thing.
Yeah.
A bag
What
thing?
is
It's
it?
a bag thing. Yeah.
Dagny Dover?
Oh, that's
what a
so
sweetheart.
nice.
What a sweetie.
So nice.
Gave me a big kiss right on the
Yeah,
cheek.
he ate carbs today. He said he was going, wasn't
Yeah.
going to.
Oh, the pizza was
Yeah,
good.
the pizza was
I had
insane.
a piece too.
I know.
Is there any left? Any fresh?
Oh,
yeah, you
there's
want some
tons.
pizza? Oh, yeah, we got
Yeah,
a
I
lot
do.
of good pizza.
In
Yeah,
the
I do.
kitchen.
Yeah.
There's tons.
All
Little
right, next
sausage.
break. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be hitting that.
It was good.
I like the triple pep.
All right, take away
And
Lindsay.
it's already, like, super late, so that's what you need to know.
What?
That we're late. Yeah.
It's
all right.
4:06. Let's get going.
Yeah, bro. She's right. See, that's what I need from you. You smack us right in the face.
All right.
Exactly. Just like that.
Okay. All right. That's what we needed to know.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right. So real quick.
Tell me.
Couple things.
What are they?
Lakers Grizz tonight. Here's the thing with the Grizz. And
Okay.
I know you asked Legler about the statistical anomalies without John Morant. Small sample size theater
Well,
is what I would
here's
say.
what the notes tell me. Okay?
Yeah, they score more points and whatever.
Score more points, or they score fewer points with him
Right.
than without him. They give up.
I mean, they're still scoring a lot of points with him.
Right. So, well, here's what the number. With
It's like
him,
126 without him. or
with
something
him,
like that.
with him,
It's two
they,
games.
With him, they score 118 points.
Right.
Without him, they give up. Without him, they score 128 points.
Yeah, I get it.
So
It's
I
two
mean,
games,
I just looked at the numbers and went, that seems odd to me.
Yeah, those.
You know? Okay.
Yeah.
Small sample size.
See.
All right.
But I would say last year, the disastrous season that was the season for the Memphis Grizzlies actually helped them this year. Because basically, their entire bench group, we were talking about benches earlier, were guys who had to play, 50 or 60 games last year in the NBA. And they would not have done that in any other circumstance other than the one that they went through last year, where literally all their players were hurt. So those guys were able to get invaluable experience. So now they are better suited in a short window to be able to make up for a guy here or there that's out. By the way, a couple years ago, they had a more experienced bench unit. And there was a statistic about how they were winning games without John Morant when he was injured a couple years ago as well. But this group gained that experience despite being young. Like a guy like Jalen Wells, that kid is really good. He hit like 5 threes the other night. He can play, and I think they got a lot of these guys, these young guys that can play. So I think it's 8 guys on their roster that are scoring double digits or more on average at the moment.
Watching the game last week, though, when Scottie Pippen comes into that game, because I don't watch much by way of
Who
Memphis
was a former
Grizzlies.
Laker, by the way.
So I don't watch much of the Grizzlies, obviously.
You know, he took a shot at Darvin the other day.
I do, and I'll ask both of you guys, since Mike is here in studio too.
We with all the smoke and we ain't ducking no fade.
You guys think that
Scotty's bringing a fade?
Could Scottie Pippen, could he have been a contributor now on this Lakers team? In other words, did the Lakers have him, give up on him too early? Did they not really? I don't remember him ever.
Well, I think
playing
opportunity. He got opportunity in Memphis last year when they were dinged up. They brought him in as a two-way. He got to play like a lot of these guys that I was referencing, and his game was able to develop in real time. And now he's ready to be a backup in the NBA, and he's ready to step in and be plugged in if needed for extended minutes for a few games here or there.
What do you think, Mike?
Well, he had some really good games for the South Bay Lakers in the G League.
22 points a game in the G League.
And this is always what happens, right? So there are 15 full-on roster spots in the league. Then there are the two-ways. There used to be 2, now there are 3.
Yeah.
If a player can get a path to an actual full contract, then you're not going to be able to keep him on a two-way. So last year what happens is, Memphis, they actually pull up Scottie Pippen Jr., and he plays really well in minutes that he couldn't have gotten with the big Laker club because of all of their injuries. And then because he played so well and he got more experience, then they gave him a full deal. So that's the thing. You can have a guy that's great for you. And right now, for the Lakers, it could be Christian Coloco or Armel
Who might
Traore
play tonight, right?
And they're with Jackson Hayes being out.
And by the way, can you tell people about Christian Coloco, who was dealing with a very serious situation health-wise, right?
Yeah. So he's back, and the way I would describe Coloco. Excellent rim protector.
Right.
He's
drafted
huge.
by the Toronto Raptors a couple years ago.
Yeah. Played some decent minutes for them, and then he had this issue that George referenced where he's had to kind of make sure to pass the league protocols to get
It
back
was
to
a heart condition, correct?
Yes, but
Blood
I
clots.
want to look. Yeah.
Very similar to Chris Bosh in some ways.
Yes, and so that of course you have to be very careful with that. Yeah. But so he's on a two-way. Let's say that he plays amazingly well. Well, the Lakers have their 15 roster spots filled right now. So some other team then could take him and put him into an actual roster spot.
Like a practice squad player in the NFL.
Yeah, similar type of thing. So, yes, you do. The South Bay Lakers have had a lot of players like this that play well, but if you carry 14 players, then you could bring one of on to a full contract.
Because is it Joey Buss?
Yeah, Joey Buss runs the South Bay Lakers.
Does a phenomenal job of finding these guys.
Yeah, and Nick Mazzella. And Austin Reeves, Alex Caruso, right, two of the more notable guys.
Yeah.
And
Hey, by the way, speaking
Jay
of
Huff, you'll see in Memphis today.
Okay. Speaking of the South Bay Lakers, I don't know if you guys heard or not.
Bronny.
But my new BFF, Brian Windhorst, went on his podcast and talked about the whole Bronny situation.
I knew. I had heard this already.
And what do you think? Well, here, we should actually play it for everybody.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say the FaZe clan, but you called him something else.
The G Fazos.
Yeah, the G Fazos.
Yeah, the G Fazos. Apparently, G Fazos are like a nickname for Air Force One.
Because they're your friends too, just like Wendy.
Well, no, Wendy and I we are in a different level.
Wendy
of
actually texted Cappy the other day.
Yeah, he did text me the other day and said, "Hey, I heard the nice compliment you made me."
So you're closer to Wendy than you are the FaZe clan.
Yes, correct. But,
no question.
But the FaZe clan. Here's the one.
Not that he's close to either.
No, but here's the thing: the FaZe clan. Okay, I need to get a hold of these dudes.
Don't do it to them.
I need to get the FaZe clan here in studio.
Yeah.
Desperately.
In some G Fazos.
If they wear if the FaZe clan wears G Fazos, now we got something cooking.
Are you tighter with Windhorst, Beto, or the FaZe clan?
Beto 1.
Okay.
Wendy 2.
Right.
G Fazo.
But he wanted you to do Beto yesterday.
Yeah, Cap, but they posted you on their YouTube.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't even tell you.
Did you get any follower bump?
Shocking how many people told me that their kids saw me on the FaZe Clan YouTube.
That's a big deal, man.
It's a big deal. And listen.
And their fathers all know you.
Right.
From back in the day.
I know a lot of people.
They all know him in Boise.
A lot of people think I'm a big star. I understand why that
Hall
is.
of Famer.
Yeah. Right. But just keep one thing in mind.
Western Pennsylvania Jewish Sports Hall of Fame.
Right. But now that I've been in a FaZe Clan video on YouTube, I am like a shooting star.
Yeah. Now, you were referencing Windhorst on his podcast, talking about Bronny playing only home games.
Right.
From my understanding, he's only going to play in the South Bay Lakers home games.
Mm-hmm.
That he's only going to kind of be a part-time G League player, and he's not getting on United Airlines and playing his road games. I know he was getting somewhat special treatment and nepotism. That's fine. Honestly, I don't care. Like I said, it's normal. Now I think it's actually detrimental to him. I don't like that. I don't know whose idea it was. Obviously, the Lakers are fine with it. They're doing it. I've now, on this particular instance, I think that's gone too far. And I don't think that benefits Bronny. I don't think it benefits the South Bay Lakers, and I don't think it benefits LeBron at that point. I think it'd be much better if Bronny was a more developed player by February or March by playing in G League road games.
Okay, let's talk about this on the other side because we need to break, and because I have some thoughts on this. I too don't love it, but I'll tell you why I think it makes sense. But first, Cappy, let's talk about Prize Picks tonight.
Okay,
NBA's back. Let's talk some NBA.
You want to hear
Prize
what I got?
Picks. Here's the thing. If you want to play Prize Picks, you need to do it. Download the app to your phone. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. If you want to get sports action in the state of California, this is the place to do it. Prize Picks. And it's very simple, okay? So, for example, what's the number tonight on one of the guys
Well,
you were
let me
talking
tell you what I've got. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
I took LeBron tonight. There was a discount on LeBron.
Yeah.
His normal number, his regular more or less number was going to be about 23.5
points.
Yes.
Yes.
Tonight, they've discounted LeBron to 18.5
Yes,
points.
so I would go more. And it's really that simple when you're playing Prize Picks. There's a number out there, and you go more or less on every individual player almost pretty much in all the different types of sports.
But let me get your opinion on this. They also discounted tonight Dennis Schroeder, and I'm very weary of using Dennis Schroeder in a Prize Picks play.
Yeah.
His normal more or less number would be 16.5. Tonight they
But that's what?
Points. They've discounted Dennis Schroeder's points tonight. Brooklyn is playing against Boston. They've discounted his points to 12.5. So do you play more on Schroeder or less on Schroeder when you've got that big of a discount? It's like a 20% discount.
Right, but I feel like they're trying to bait you into that one.
They probably are.
Because Boston's really good.
LeBron, 18.5 points, more.
I'd go less on Schroeder.
Schroeder, 12.5 points, less.
I'd go less. Yeah.
Okay, it is that simple.
So it is that simple. And by the way, you can get your payouts in as quickly as 15 minutes in a lot of cases. So when you get the money and you make the money, you can do that. And by the way, if you play a $5 play on Prize Picks, you can get a free $50 bonus.
Doesn't matter if you win or lose. So download the Prize Picks app, use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus whether you win or lose. Prize Picks, run your game.
Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum this Saturday as they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. with the Trojan Tailgate Show. Kickoff from the Coliseum at 1 p.m. Saturday's game is presented by United Airlines, and you'll hear all the coverage on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070 a.m. So when we go to Lakers basketball on 710, around 3:30, hear the rest of the coverage on KNX 1070 AM and the all-new ESPN LA app. That's this Saturday, USC, Nebraska.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Water Boy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Water Boy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Water Boy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Are you looking for your next game day fit, Lakers fans? We've got the latest collection of items to add to your closet this season. Head over to LakersStore.com. That's LakersStore.com and snag a jersey, tee, hat, and more to rep the purple and gold. We've got the whole family covered with styles for mom, dad, kids, and babies too. Rep the purple and golden style. Check out the LakersStore.com. That's the LakersStore.com. Let's go, Lake Show. Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort?
Call NextGen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all of your plumbing, heating, and AC needs. You heard it right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience coverage and comfort all season long. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. As a NextGen member, you'll enjoy complimentary multi-point inspections, cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and exclusive members-only savings. Plus, you'll have a VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointment. Sign up today to become a NextGen VIP. Don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. NextGen is the only name you need to remember for comfort and reliability all season long. That's 833-3-NEXTGEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
Really? You haven't? Oh, my B.
Yeah. My B.
Your B.
On 710 ESPN.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You need a girl like you, Kevin.
Well,
George, if you get a girl like me, you're in for quite a surprise. I tell you that right
listen,
now.
I've seen you. You know,
George,
you're a looker, Cappy.
I was filling in for you last week, and Cappy was doing a lot more singing when you weren't here. Does he not like to sing in front of you?
No, I like to
No,
sing
we
in
do
front
a lot of singing.
That's what I'm saying. Why is he not singing today?
Depends on the song, Michael. Certain songs I feel, and certain other songs I don't feel. This song right here, what is this, a brand new track? Somebody just dropped this?
Adam Levine a couple years ago.
Is Adam Levine just dropped this joint today?
Laker fan, Adam
This is not brand new music?
That's right.
Yeah. Big Laker fan,
I
Adam
thought this
Levine.
was brand new.
Yeah, it's probably like 2-3 years old.
Maybe older than that.
Maybe
Adam
older.
Levine's at the game tonight. I'd like to chat with Adam Levine.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, and Megan Thee Stallion. Yo, girl, I'm looking for you.
Yeah,
This
by the
song
way,
is like 6 years old. It's from
1998, Me Joe Black was released. You ever seen that movie with Brad Pitt?
No.
And Anthony Hopkins?
I saw that one.
No, sir.
Dude, it's actually a good movie. Brad Pitt is death. Like, he's coming for you, like, the Grim Reaper.
Gotcha.
But he's incredibly good looking. He's Brad Pitt. It's a hilarious movie in a lot of ways.
When you said he was deaf, I thought you said that he was deaf, and I thought, okay, this is going to be an interesting story. Brad Pitt doesn't hear. He uses sign
No,
language.
he's deaf. He's the Grim Reaper.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But imagine if the Grim Reaper looked like Brad Pitt.
Right, you might go with him.
Yeah.
You know, George set that up like, Brad Pitt, he's incredibly good looking. Has anybody ever argued against that?
No, there is no argument
Anyone?
against that. No.
No, I'm just curious if anyone tried.
No
Just
argument.
tried the argument.
No,
He's handsome.
No argument.
No one
Makes
ever
me feel ugly.
attempted to say the other.
No.
I would go out with Brad Pitt in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you prefer long hair, Brad Pitt, or short?
I do like long hair Brad Pitt. I do. But
Like
then I
a
like
little bagger Vans?
Yeah,
Brad
I
Pitt?
like when he cleans it up a little bit too. So
Yeah.
I like all the looks.
buzzed hair.
How
Brad
about Benjamin Button? Oh, you like
Depends.
Fight Club Brad
Yeah.
Pitt then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
But you
wants
see,
to be able to put her hand on the head.
I'd actually rather, though, if I had my choice of Brad Pitt.
So do you
I
like
want
Interview with a
Jennifer Aniston.
Vampire Brad Pitt long hair?
No.
Oh, too
No.
long?
Yeah, no, I like
By the way,
Thelma and
Tom Cruise
Louise-ish.
terrible in that movie. I don't
Yeah.
care what anybody tells me.
I don't want to go out with Brad Pitt. I want to go out with Jennifer Aniston. Everybody knows it, and I believe the day is coming that I will run into Jennifer Aniston.
You know
at
they're
Craig's.
divorced, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
I will run into Jennifer Aniston
Yeah.
at Craig's one night. She'll be sitting at the bar. Everybody will be leaving her alone because everybody's too afraid to walk up and talk to her.
And you'll be the
and
one.
that's when I swoop in.
And then that's when security tackles you.
No
like
security
Goldberg
tackles me.
speared
No.
someone
No,
in
no, no.
wrestling back in the day.
No. I will date Jennifer Aniston. It will happen.
Okay. Now, Bronny will be playing in the G League. There are objections to him only playing home games. Quickly, what are your what do you have an objection to this?
No, I don't have any objection to it. Here's why. You see, like, there's the basketball side, and then there's the dad side. See, the basketball side is if you think that he's going to be a player that within the next 4 years is going to contribute to the Lakers being a championship caliber ball club, then you keep him in the G League and you develop him. On the other hand, this is the dad side, if you're just trying to make LeBron happy and give LeBron what he wants, which is his son to play for the team, wear the uniform, make money, and travel with dad, then that's what you do. The Lakers told everybody a long time ago they're into making LeBron happy, so why is anybody surprised?
Okay, so let me tell you a couple of things.
All right, you tell me.
Number one, Dave McMiniman already reported when he spoke to Joey Buss at Bronny's first G League game that there was no guarantee that he was only going to play home games. So let's start with that. On the record, that's what he said. He said that the plan, has not completely been evolved yet, so we don't know if that's the case or not. So let's start with that. That is facts. All right. Number two, let's say for argument's sake it is true. Initially my reaction was very similar to Brian's. I also will tell you this, because I'm very familiar with the way the G League works. I've done plenty of those games over the years, as has Mike. Okay, and there are. Because you're doing these United Airlines flights, I don't want to single out United Airlines, but you get the point. Like these small little flights, you're connecting to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, or whatever. You lose while you're playing in real games. You don't get the training, the one-on-one opportunities that you would get to develop your game with the big club and the big trainers, right? So him playing at home still allows him to have that ability to work with the big club trainers to hone his skill set and craft to the best of his ability. And also, I'm not saying this like, oh, it's going to be like a huge problem, but I do think there could be in some of these venues, because I've been to some of them on the road, perhaps a bit of a security issue. There's just not like a ton of security at these games, like in regards to crowd control, things like that. It could become a mob scene, and I don't mean necessarily in like a negative way, but just in a way that I don't think is beneficial for the Lakers, for the G League, for the NBA, or for anyone. So I think those are some of the things that I see after having the initial reaction Brian did when I heard, because I was told this last week, okay? And I was kind of like, huh. And then I thought more about it and talked to some G League people, like from, not Lakers people, different people. And they kind of brought these things to my attention. I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes some sense.
You both make some good points. I would simplify this. JJ Redick, Rob Pelinka have been very clear how devoted they are to the development of Bronny. And not just Bronny, all of the young players. And that's the two ways. That's the Exhibit 10s. That's the players that they can call up. We mentioned Christian Coloco earlier in the show. I'm a big Armel Traore fan, and I'm curious to see if either one of those guys who gets some minutes now that Jackson Hayes is going to be out for a little bit. But so whether or not he's with the team or in South Bay practicing, or like he is going to be doing things that are good for him to develop as a player. And I trust them to know how to do that. And sure, I think LeBron James, by the way, understands how to develop into the NBA. Maybe he has some insight into it as well. I think it's mostly left to JJ and Rob, but I think that they have his best interests in mind. So it's not something that I worry about.
I have a quick question. Do the G League teams travel in the airport? Like, you ever been in an airport?
Yeah, they go to a regular airport.
Okay.
Just like like I go to LAX, my home away from home, they do the same thing.
You've been in an airport, and all of a sudden you see like 10 girls, and they're all wearing the same sweatsuit, and you're like, who's that? And you're like, oh, that's the basketball team from Loyola Marymount. I'm just making an example,
yes,
right?
Correct.
And so the G League teams travel that way.
Yes.
Okay. See, your point about security is interesting to me. I never would have thought about it in terms of the venue, but when you take 10 guys, you walk them through the airport, and they all are like, wow, who are those tall guys? Who are those guys all in the same sweatsuit? You could have a potential security issue on your hands. I never thought about that. But in my final analysis, I still think this is about Bron wants Bronny with him. That's why he wanted him to be drafted by the Lakers. He wants to teach him how to be a pro. He wants to teach him how to be on the road. And it makes him happy that his son is with him. He's got that kind of clout. Why would anybody be surprised?
Speaking of the airport and teams and stuff, I think my favorite scene, you seen For Love of the Game, Kevin Costner?
Yeah, of course.
You know when the Tigers players are all walking through the airport and kind of like the slow-mo scene in the suits?
Yeah.
There's something about that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, George?
Yeah.
Just
you don't go through no airport.
Well,
I mean, you do, but you get to fly charter.
I will say, when we come back from Toronto, we do have to step into the terminal for about 10 minutes.
For TSA.
And yeah, it's not ideal, but it does give the opportunity
Does LeBron have to do that?
to get like a little Canadian flag,
Come
little
on, not LeBron.
No, you get like a little moose stuffy or something for your kids. If you go through when you actually get to be inside the airport.
Yeah, at Pearson Airport.
Yeah. I do spend about 10 minutes a year in a terminal.
YYZ code, I believe, is.
You have to carry your passport when you go to Toronto?
Of course.
Well, I don't personally, but everybody else does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah?
They're fine. Yeah, they just wave me on.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
gotcha.
not on like
You-
the list
you
like
go.
you
Yeah,
have.
yeah, exactly.
You
yeah,
go. You're good.
yeah, everybody else.
You're fine.
Yeah,
You're
he
fine.
grew up in Minnesota. He's practically Canadian.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that Minnesota
very
and
close.
part of
Yeah.
Canada?
Yeah. Cappy, do you want to do Radio Tinder,
Yes, I do.
or do you want to do Dueling Harlan's right now, or do
I
you
want
want
to do. I want to do
You don't have
both.
time to do it right now.
We don't have time to do it right now.
No, we don't.
You heard her.
Can we do it at the end of the hour though? Like after Radio Tinder, can we try it?
Do we have a guest at 4:45?
No.
Sean Cody's okay, so we do it then.
We'll do it
before I leave.
Yes.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
Because Lindsay's fighting back.
Well, she should.
Well, because
she
Cappy
should.
was the one who pushed to do this segment, and I
true.
took a lot of time to put it
Lindsay,
together.
it's true.
So we're gonna do it.
Lindsay,
if
I have
Cap
a-
wants to do it, and
I have a
Punch
quick
back.
question for Lindsay. So right now, I've been observing Cappy and George. They really look they look at each other. They really look like they like each other. Are there times when they're kind of going at it,
Yeah.
Lindsay, and you can just tell there's just it's kind of like a little tense in here because right
Yeah.
now they seem in a very good place.
Oh,
Have you
we're in a
noticed that?
great place. We're both having great hair days.
Yeah.
Number one, I love
What's
George's
happening,
new
players?
glasses.
we're very business today, though.
Yeah. Last night we had a taco tour.
What-
George showed up at the taco tour, and it was unbelievable.
But when's the last time they were like beefing? When's the last time they had an
Yesterday when
argument?
they were fighting about college football.
Oh yeah, yesterday we were beefing because George right away has to defend Miami
No,
because he's
they
friends
have
with
the-
Mario Cristobal.
Oh, here we
They're
go.
horrible.
Body language has
They're
changed.
Look,
Lindsay,
how angry
press
he
the
got.
button.
Look how angry he got.
But,
They're
okay,
terrible.
The problem is you don't know anything about college football.
I know everything about college football.
I mean, you said they had a terrible.
He
strength
played
of schedule.
college football.
He knows like the actual X's and O's of college football. He doesn't know college football.
I know it
He's
all.
not in the league.
He's saying he does.
They're the 39th toughest schedule in the
They're
country out
terrible.
of 135 teams.
They're horrible.
So that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
The strength of schedule to you doesn't matter. Even
Their
though you think they have a
schedule
terrible.
stinks.
They have the 39th toughest schedule.
Is that good?
It's not bad.
It's not good.
It's. Do you know who has the
not
100th
great.
worst schedule?
Who that?
Indiana.
And guess what?
Yeah.
Their schedule stinks too.
Right.
Right.
But you don't think they have 4 top 40 quadrant wins?
440 quadrant five.
Yes, a top quadrant wins. They have 4. That's same as Alabama, same
Indiana
as Georgia,
or Miami?
same as Miami.
Just look at Miami's schedule. Show me one team
Brother,
that's ranked on
I
their
just
schedule.
told you. Louisville is number 19 in the college football playoff.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other
See,
team.
this is what happens.
The
We
You're
just
welcome.
pushed his buttons.
So
Yeah.
Duke is 6-3. They're
Yeah.
a top 40 team right
Yeah.
now. By the way, Florida is a top 40
And
team
they
right now.
stink, too.
I mean, did they stink? They've won some good in the SEC. They're 500 team.
Listen, all I'm saying is this.
Wait. But the SEC is the greatest conference in America, right?
Wait.
They're a 500 team in the,
Here's what
in the
I,
SEC.
here's
Look
what
what
I
you did.
thought. I thought that you may have when she said that. Oh, yesterday they were getting into it.
I mean, you're
thought,
just upset because Pitt stinks
No,
now.
Pitt does stink.
Cappy,
and so does Clemson, and so does Miami, and so does the whole ACC.
I thought that maybe
The
you
ACC
mentioned.
does not stink.
I thought
This
maybe
is
you-
the circular thinking I like to fight against because you're
He's not in the league, Trudell.
I just thought maybe Cappy mentioned
No, you're
Spoelstra's
contri-
timeout.
You're
and
contributing.
that's what
you're
sent him over the
contributing-
top.
No, but you're contributing to this narrative that the SEC is infallible.
I'm not saying anything about the
No,
SEC.
but that's what you're contributing to when
I'm
you say the
saying
ACC stinks.
it does
I could
stink.
put Louisville against every team in the SEC outside of Bama and Georgia, and they'll win.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Let me just tell you this. Unfortunately, I was
And
hoping.
maybe Georgia, because Georgia's not that good either.
I was hoping that my Pitt Panthers were better. They lost to SMU, then they lost to Virginia. I watched Miami lose to Georgia Tech. I don't think Georgia Tech's very good. Everybody thought in week 1 they were good because they beat Florida State. Florida State's 1-9. All I'm saying is this: look at Miami's schedule.
But you don't watch the games.
What are you talking about?
You watch my games in Pitt.
Listen, I like to support you. Okay,
I get it,
You think
but
I
that's
don't-
not watching the
you don't- You don't
games.
think I have better things to do than watch Wake Forest versus Cal?
No.
You know,
well,
I do.
first of all, you weren't watching that one because you were here.
All right, well.
So don't lie
So
about
look,
that.
you see,
Did you mention the Spoelstra?
I didn't mention.
I was
going to
say, can we
timeout.
talk about
I didn't
that
men-
now?
I didn't
I mean,
mention
the guy
Cappy
looked like
said the
disheveled
exact-
after it.
Yeah, Cappy was like, "There's no way that Spoelstra, like, he is so wrong there." And
I don't even honestly. I didn't.
He
see
doesn't
this.
even
I don't-
know what
I
he's talking
didn't
about. He
even-
hasn't
'cause
watched.
I'm busy.
He
I'm
watched
busy
basketball
watching
for the.
college football.
Hold on.
I'm busy watching college football.
He watched basketball for the first time yesterday when we were texting him about Klay Thompson's
Get out of
return.
here! I've been to 2 Laker games so far. Now,
Right,
I
you
was-
don't watch
I
the
didn't
games
watch
when you're
1
there.
minute of the game.
Focus
Not
on
1
that.
minute. But
that
I've
would
been.
pass for Klay Thompson.
There is no real reason that you would have seen that unless you were like what league pass hopping.
No,
like
Cappy,
that. So
When
I get it. I get it.
Cappy, I can tell.
You can't watch everything. He's too busy watching Miami reruns, highlights.
And watching how bad
text-
Miami is.
Or lowlights.
I texted the group text about Clay's return game because I wanted to make sure, Cappy, this is probably something you should watch.
Oh no, I was already watching.
I know.
Yeah.
But I was
Time out.
hoping that was the case.
We have to pull an audible here. So
Okay.
we are supposed to be breaking, and we are supposed to do Radio Tinder next, and we're not
And
going
you got to talk about real fathers' rights,
We're not
Cappy.
going to get to dueling Harlan's today because we just don't have time for it.
All right, let's do dueling
But
Harlan's tomorrow.
Cappy agreed 1,000% with Paul Feinbaum, of all people.
You agreed with Feinbaum?
Can we play this really quick?
You know what? Let me tell you something about Feinbaum. We all laughed at Feinbaum when
He
Feinbaum
says
was
he's
beating
right.
up on Lincoln Riley. He was right about Lincoln Riley.
Can we play that really quick?
About
Before we
Lincoln
go to
Riley?
break? Yeah.
Yeah, are we going to break or are we
Before
playing
we go to
Feinbaum?
break.
Oh, Feinbaum?
Yeah.
Well, you have to start by saying that what the committee said last night was a complete travesty. There's no getting around it. And I know they work hard. They sit in a room at a five-star resort ordering caviar and champagne and sit around and talk about college football when they have 4,000 numbers to look at. So I don't know how they came up with these numbers. Georgia started the season against Clemson, which was in the top 10 at the time. Their road schedule has been the toughest of anyone in the country, as you pointed out. They went to Alabama, Texas, and then Ole Miss. They've all been ranked in the top 10. They also went to Kentucky, which has been very poor, but they did beat Ole Miss, which is ranked inside the system. They have a chance. They'll play Tennessee this weekend, and if they win, they'll probably end up back in the committee's good graces. But how the committee can disrespect them and put schools like Penn State? Are you serious? What has Penn State done this year? Do they even have a win?
What has
Their most
Georgia
impressive
done?
win, I think, was at Southern
Wait,
Cal.
turn him
team.
off. What
and
has
against
Georgia done?
You just said what they've done.
No. All he keeps citing is how tough their schedule is, but yet they've lost the tough games. Okay? So what have they done? Ole Miss hasn't beaten anybody.
Sounds like
other than Georgia.
He's just giving Georgia credit for some of the talent, right? That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
He's saying basically what Paul Feinbaum wants in this scenario is, hey, let's just simulate the season on NCAA 25.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Georgia...
But you know what I'll tell you about Georgia?
Yeah, go ahead.
Their receivers stink.
Okay, let me ask you this.
You know why I know that?
Tell me.
Because nobody has more drops or more yardage lost to drops than Carson Beck this season. Because you know who's number 2 on that list? The guy just did their game, Hank Bachmeier of Wake Forest.
Let me ask
That's
you
why I
something.
know that stat. Do you know that stat, Paul Feinbaum?
Cappy,
Maybe you do, buddy. But I'll tell you this.
who do you think-
You're just pandering for Georgia, but you've never given me a real reason why Georgia belongs.
Who do you think would win?
Other than because they're Georgia.
Georgia or Miami?
Oh, please.
Georgia's not
Please.
good.
Listen, let me ask you a quick
Georgia's
question.
gonna. I bet you Georgia has a real legit chance of losing against Tennessee this week.
Well, of course they do. Tennessee's number 7. Let me ask you a question.
But Tennessee hasn't beaten anybody either.
Let me ask you a quick question here.
This is all circular
One
SEC
question.
thinking,
Let
man.
me have one question.
Look what you did,
Georgia
Trudell.
beat Texas?
Yeah.
And was Texas number 1
Texas
at the time?
hasn't beaten anybody either.
But were they number 1 at the time?
Oh, they beat some.
Right, but their schedule's like strength of schedule's 100 too. Like they haven't beaten anybody.
Do you understand that this, Mike? I want to tell you something.
The SEC gets credit for being the SEC. That's it. That's why, listen, I used to make this argument back in the day for the Pac. Last year, you made fun of me when I said the Pac-12 is as good a conference as there is in America, and they were. They proved that out to be the case. They lost the national championship game nonetheless. You look at that from top to bottom, they were the best conference in America. And you know what? Nobody thought that was going to be the case. Everyone, the SEC, it's always about the SEC. The SEC is great. They have more passionate fans than anyone, tenfold, okay?
Good marketing.
The fans in the SEC love their SEC football. And I'm jealous of their passion, okay? Because I wish everybody had that kind of passion for college sports, okay? But they don't. So they win there. But that doesn't mean that they're the best conference or they have the best teams in a given season. Rack me now.
I want to say something right now.
Look
This
what
is
you started,
all Mike
Trudell.
Trudell's fault, number 1. And number 2.
What do you mean fault? That was great.
No, it was great.
It
but
was
don't
great.
you understand my man Sedano here has a broadcast to do
He's
tonight?
turning red.
He's got to focus on the Lakers and the Grizzlies.
I mean, come on,
And
I'm a
you've got him
professional. You
going
think
off-
I can't do a Lakers
you got him
broadcast?
going
I can do a
crazy.
Lakers broadcast with my eyes closed.
Tonight, I implore you
Well,
to
Cappy,
close your
just
eyes
close
on
my eyes
camera.
while
When
I'm
you're
on camera. Yes.
Close those eyes.
Yes.
And he's sitting next to me. So, like, if there were something, let's say he got
Right,
distracted by a
I
text
phone
from
a
you.
friend. I
Yeah,
literally
I'll-
nudge a friend.
I got him covered.
I want you to make sure you got the paddles ready to go tonight because he may have his heart jump right out of his chest after that rant.
Depends what you
By the way,
depends if
I'll
you
tell you
text
right
him and
now,
bait him.
the bottom line is this, and I'll just leave it right here. Miami's schedule sucks. And they were
39th
bound to lose. They were
39th
bound to
strength of
lose.
schedule.
Bound to lose. Should have lost to Cal.
Okay, is that
No, not again. Not
Right.
again. Not again.
So is that so? Pitt should have lost to Cal too.
Pitt stinks. Pitt should have lost to Cal also. Pitt should have lost to West Virginia. Pitt should have lost to
You know
Cincinnati.
what? That Yinzer had a kid from Pittsburgh who missed the field goal for Cal at the end.
Yins were dying over there playing for them Cal Bears and that. Good thing Yins missed that field goal. Anyway.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you very much, Mike Trudell.
SEC, not as good as everyone thinks it is this year.
Big Ten's better. Big Ten.
All I'm just saying is that they're not. This notion that they're automatically the best conference is ridiculous to me.
Paul Feinbaum.
Who's the best conference?
Big Ten.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh.
Fight on.
I really want Paul Feinbaum on this show. Kick your ass.
He'd take my ass?
Yeah, verbally on college football.
No chance.
You're not going to break out
Oh,
no
we
black
need to
belt
do
on
this
Paul
now.
Feinbaum. That'd be like Pedro Martinez throwing down like Don, whatever his name was. Yeah, him. Leave that man alone. Leave that older bald man alone, George.
Listen, he's great at what he does.
All right, we're
and
gonna
he's
Paul
there to
Feinbaum
promote the
tomorrow.
SEC, and I get it. But this is ridiculous. Like, Georgia has beaten nobody this year. They beat Texas, who we don't know if they're that good either.
They were
we're
number
literally
one.
we're basing this off they're in the SEC, so they're good.
They were number one.
Right. But so what? So Alabama was number one at one point. Georgia was number one at one point.
They beat
So we're
Clemson.
just going to keep giving them the number one team in the country? I'm glad Oregon is number one for a damn change.
Well, I'm not gonna ask George what the defensive rating is of of Miami because then he was
I'll
really
tell you
passionate
this.
about that
You-
earlier.
Wait, you really want to have some fun here?
Oh, okay. You want more? You want more?
You want more? You want a piece of this? You mocked me when I said Oregon was the best team in the Big Ten this year. You mocked me before the season.
mocked?
You did.
I mocked you?
It was you called it a Travis Shamockery.
I really did.
No, you didn't say that word because you would have never
No,
actually
I don't
said
even know what
word.
that means.
But you said you said, "Oh, going to the Big Ten,
I
big
never
boy
would have
football.
thought. I never
they're
would
not
have
going to
thought.
they're not going to be able to hang."
Yep.
And I told you they have better offensive and defensive lines than any of those teams.
He was
in that
talking about
conference.
USC.
Well, that has played out as true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
were
did
right
say
about
that.
SC.
And you mocked me. You
Oh, I
mocked
just
me. You
was
mocked me
guessing.
about
Well,
USC.
no, listen.
I told you USC was horrible.
Lincoln Riley, no, you said they were horrible. I didn't think they were horrible. Lincoln Riley has mismanaged multiple games this season, for sure. They should have a better record than they have. As a matter of fact, the fact that UCLA has the same amount of wins as them, that's a disaster.
Yeah. See, look what you did. Great job by
You
you.
know, it was very harmonious earlier,
Yeah.
and I wasn't trying to provoke a fight.
Well,
or anything.
Royce Toney really loves when I do this stuff.
I know he does. I know.
He's a big fan.
Royce
How about
Toney.
a little kick ass on three? 1, 2, 3.
Kick ass. All right. Speaking of
SEC
kicking ass,
bias.
let me say something about kicking ass. You know, you've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce, my custody battle, back and forth to court, fighting over money, blah blah blah. All right. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys out there. You must have the right legal team behind you. Someone whose interest is to have you get the justice you deserve and get the happiness that you deserve. I want to introduce you to my friend Mark Reel. His entire team at Real Fathers Rights, they are here to help you and here to help the guys in particular. Real is REEL, so let's get real. You want to get real? Here goes. More often than not, the family court system favors the women. Now, ladies, no offense, okay? But it's just the reality. Anybody who's been through this knows what I'm talking about. More often than not all the time, but the family court system seems to favor the ladies. So here's what I want to offer you. An opportunity to work with real experts in how to navigate the family court system. That is Real Fathers Rights. REEL, realfathersrights.com/710. Here's a phone number, 323-870-1611. 323-870-1611. Guys, I've been through it. I faced the embarrassment of getting divorced. I had all the financial pressure in the world. I was worried about what was going to happen to my kids. You got to have the right team. That's the Real Fathers Rights. Real Fathers Rights, the Fathers Rights attorneys.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal.
Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Oh no, my phone.
Hear that? It's the sound of a skater dropping her phone and smashing it on the ice. Yep, it's definitely broken. But at Verizon, we got you. This holiday, trade in any phone, any condition from one of our top brands and get a new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus on Unlimited Ultimate and Watch 7 and Tab S9 FE 5G. That's over $1,800 in value. So you'll save big on 3 great gifts. Only at Verizon. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Over $1,800 value based on phone, watch, and tablet. Trade in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Los Angeles, your Rams are back home for another primetime matchup under the lights of Sunday Night Football to take on the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday, November 24th. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams go head-to-head against Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The stage is set for a primetime matchup you won't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/PHI. Again, that is therams.com/PHI to watch your LA Rams face off against the Eagles on Sunday, November 24th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Want to have more fun watching the NBA? Play Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. Points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. Sleeper has a special offer for NBA tip-off. Your first deposit will be matched 100% up to $1,500. Use code 710, and your first deposit up to $1,500 will be matched. That's code 710. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit oceansubaruoc.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. 0 security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
You're busy enough this season without having to get up on a ladder to clean out your gutters. Whether you're tired of unclogging gutters or don't even know what your gutters look like, it's time for a permanent solution you can depend on with Leaf Filter. For Black Friday, don't miss your last chance to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters during Leaf Filter's most anticipated sale of the year at leaffilter.com/amber. Clogged gutters aren't just a nuisance. They can cause extensive problems like flooding, roof damage, rotting siding, foundation issues, and more. Leaf Filter uses award-winning patented technology to keep out everything but water. Call today to schedule your free gutter inspection and get a no-obligation free estimate. And don't miss out on your last chance of the year to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters with Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system. Schedule your free inspection at leaffilter.com/amber. That's their lowest price of the year, up to 35% off at leaffilter.com/amber. See representative for warranty details.
And it is Sedano Kap. Around 5:30 p.m. in the Southland Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Take it away, Linz.
Oh, my God. Hold on a second. We're live on the air. This is better for our podcast than it is for our show, this conversation.
Hey, real quick. Radio Tinders, you heard Christopher say, brought to you by friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sippy tequila made from the finest mature agaves. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala. Go ahead, Linz.
Okay, so I have strong feelings about this. First one here. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, People Magazine named their sexiest man alive. And do you guys know who it is?
Yeah, I saw it was Krasinski.
John Krasinski, better known
from The
as
Office.
Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
So this choice has divided the internet and riled up a lot of people. And I just want to know who is making these decisions, because I could see if this was like 15 years ago.
He's got like Boys Next Door kind of thing.
Sure, but now...
Well, what's relevant right now that I don't know about?
The last thing he was in was that Quiet Place movie, which, I mean, that wasn't...
No, he did the Jack Ryan thing on Amazon, right?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's like the Tom Clancy novels.
Yeah, the Tom Clancy
where,
novels.
Yeah, where he's like he's like a CIA agent.
It used to be a Harrison Ford movie.
Is that a big deal, though?
It was a pretty popular series.
A lot of people watch.
Sexiest man alive worthy?
I mean, isn't it a thing? I think of who else do I think of in this vein? Like a Jason Bateman. He's a little bit older now.
Love
but
Jason Bateman. Think he's super sexy.
No, but I'm saying once you cross a certain threshold and then you become like a more mature guy, like the fact that he's married, people like his wife. Like,
his wife is gorgeous.
Well, women seem to like that though, right? Because it's like, oh, well, he's got the wife likes that. So it seems I get that kind of demographic getting a nod like this. Makes sense to me.
I just feel like when you think of him as like Jim in The Office, to your point, George, he's got like cute, boyish good looks.
Yeah,
you know?
That was 20 years ago.
I know, but I don't.
Well,
that's
when
why
did
I'm
the show
saying.
mature, manly guy. Now he's got the stubble.
But
you know?
he's not. I don't. I know this is subjective, but I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people are very confused by this because it just seems like a very random choice out of nowhere.
Okay, who's your choice?
And I was gonna. I mean,
she's always going to go with like The Rock
Channing
or like
Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
The Rock, LeBron. The Rock would be way better. The Rock would be that.
But
makes
he's
sense.
already been that.
So what? You could be it more than once.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is with The Rock? Let me tell you the problem. Rock
that
is
he pees
hot.
in bottles.
Rock is hot, no doubt about it, okay? And I respect The Rock for all the grind and all the work because it takes a lot to be 50-plus and to be in the kind of shape he's in, all right? But not everybody loves the big muscular thing, you know?
I agree, Kathy.
That's understandable.
Right, so there are some women, I'm going to say, or whatever, people, that look at The Rock and they're like, I can tell he puts in the work. I don't like the look, you know?
That's fine, but I don't think that... I don't know, you think of the sexiest man alive... I don't think that John Krasinski would come to, like, the majority of women's, like, top 15, 20 people. I don't think he would come to mind.
See, the thing to me is I always figure this sexiest man alive thing is usually about, like, you're really hot right now. You got a big movie or
That's
a big
the other
hot
thing.
TV show. Like, to me, I had to look up who he was. Then I looked at him. I went, oh, you mean that guy from The Office?
Right.
And now I look at him. I'm like, you know what? I like the jeans. I like the T-shirt. I like the tucked-in look with no belt. I like the sport coat. And how old is he? And he's got to be in his 40s, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be late
like
40s. Fine.
See, I like that.
45. Again, I think he's sexy. He's a good-looking man, but the sexiest man alive in 2024?
But isn't it every year everybody debates it?
Well, that's the point, though. If you have it be Brad Pitt, then it's like, all right, what
Which
are we
they've
talking
already
about?
done before,
yeah,
too.
conversation
I
over.
think that this is definitely the most The one that has caused the most like
Well, wasn't it
shrugs and eyebrows.
Jason Kelsey like last year?
No, wait, he was the sexiest man alive.
He was the sexiest something.
Jason Kelsey?
Yes, he won the sexiest something.
I mean, I like the beard, and I'd like to run my fingers through it and just check it out.
It is
you know
People
what I mean?
Magazine, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up
Yes,
because
it is
I don't
People
think
Magazine.
he was it last year.
No, who was it?
I saw him in
I think
the
it was John
sexy
Legend
something.
last year.
John Legend?
I could see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
sexy.
handsome man.
I like John Legend. He's sexy.
Matthew McConaughey's won
Matthew
it.
McConaughey's very sexy.
Well, he's a goat. Yeah, he's an old school
Ryan Reynolds has
grandfathered
won
in.
it.
You know, I'm going to tell you who should be the sexiest man alive. I'm going to give you
Patrick Swayze has won it.
I like Patrick Swayze.
Hugh
R.I.P.
Jackman.
I'm sure
Bradley
Clooney's won it,
Cooper.
right?
Let me tell you who should be the sexiest man
Adam
alive.
Levine, Blake Shelton.
I don't like. Let me tell you something again right now. If I see him tonight, I'm going to tell him too. Shannon Sharp should be one of the sexiest men alive. I find Shannon Sharp to be very sexy.
Okay.
Please tell him when you see him.
I will.
tonight.
I'm going to see him tonight.
So here's the last couple years.
Yeah.
It was Krasinski, Patrick Dempsey last year.
I like
I get
Patrick
that.
Dempsey.
Well, a couple years late, but okay.
Chris
McSteamy,
Evans.
yeah, right.
Who's Chris Evans?
I get that one.
Captain
America.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd.
I get that one.
You do?
Well, he's no.
I think he's
Krasinski's
again,
sexier than
Probably
Rudd.
Paul
He's
Rudd and John
probably
Krasinski
like-
are in the same boat.
What has Paul
Yes.
Rudd done lately?
He's probably also like 10 years late.
Okay, but
who
yeah,
else?
that's what I'm
Keep
saying.
going.
He hasn't done.
Keep
You
going.
just loved
Michael
how he
B.
looked in the
Jordan makes
Ant-Man
total
Michael B.
sense.
Jordan's hot.
Yeah, he's total sense.
Yeah, I like that
John
guy.
Legend was 19.
John Legend's hot.
Idris Elba.
Who?
Well, no.
Who's he play for?
You know who Idris Elba is?
Who's Idris Elba?
From The Wire.
Yeah.
Sterling.
No, I've never seen The Wire.
And he's been in like
what?
a million movies.
No, I've never seen The
The
Wire.
best television show
He-
of all
he's
time.
a-
I'm sure
People
other
say
people told you that.
Handsome dude.
What's his name?
Idris Elba.
Idris
Yeah.
He's
Elba.
British.
He's been in a ton of stuff since then. Luther.
All right, hold on. Let me look this
But
guy
He
up.
was
Cappy-
supposed to be like the next
Hold on,
James
George.
Bond.
He was, and then they didn't want the Bond people didn't were a little racist there.
Yeah.
George,
They
you've had
didn't want a black guy doing Bond.
Yep.
George, you've had
What's
this
up with that, D?
Ah, man.
That's messed
Crazy.
You've had this discussion with Kat. How has he not watched The Wire yet?
No, I
Do you
haven't.
not have HBO?
No, I do. I haven't watched The
There's
Wire.
no excuse.
But he doesn't know how to
listen.
use Max.
Now, come on a second. Hold on a second here, Mike Trudell.
If you told me
There's a lot of other
everybody
stuff on
had been
his
telling me, hey, this is the best show ever, I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, but,
I would watch
here's
it.
the thing. People told me that Breaking Bad was the best show ever. I
Breaking
watched
Bad's top 10.
it. Okay, I watched
think.
it. Have you watched Reacher?
I have watched Reacher.
Because Reacher may
That's
be one of the
Cap's
best shows
favorite.
of all time.
Do you think he's as sexier
Yes,
than
what's
John
that guy's
Krasinski?
name? What's
Yeah,
that
he
guy's
is.
name?
He
That
is.
big Reacher dude.
Oh, hold
That
on.
Reacher
Well,
guy,
we've
he's
established.
hot.
I don't know. Look, Lindsay and I are just getting to know each other as friends. I didn't know. She clearly has a type. She likes The Rock and this huge
No, that's not necessarily true.
Well,
because
it
I
sounds
don't
like
think
because they're both a big
Channing Tatum.
meathead,
Channing
hugely
Tatum is
muscular.
my guy.
Who? What's his
Alan
name?
Richardson?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah,
That's his name?
He's large.
He's Reacher,
He's
and
like
he's
a
a beast.
NFL linebacker
It's like
type
6'5".
guy.
Johnny Depp's been
260.
twice the sexiest man alive.
Johnny Depp's sexy. What can I tell you?
Not anymore.
Nah, he's still
He's got
sexy.
some messed up teeth now.
Pierce
Is that right?
Brosnan, Clooney,
His teeth are like.
Pitt,
Clooney.
Okay, so
Richard
they're hitting
Gere,
a lot of the
Harrison
classics.
Ford back in the day.
Oh yeah, I get that.
1998.
I
This
get
is
that
why I'm
one.
going to tell Shannon Sharp tonight. Because
Clooney twice. too.
Fabio, did Fabio ever win it?
Fabio.
Denzel.
Oh, he
Yeah, I
does
get that one
96.
too.
Finally,
He can
Brad
win that
Pitt
now.
also won it twice.
Third brother.
Richard
finally.
Gere also twice.
Oh, love
Another
Richard
white guy.
Gere.
Sounds like
Nick
it's Brett-
Nolte?
Nick Nolte's hot.
That one I don't get.
1992?
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Oh, that was after
Patrick Swayze.
That was after the movie with Demi
Tom,
Moore.
it's like
Cruise.
48 hours era.
Sean Connery.
What's the one with him and Demi Moore and
JFK Jr.?
You know, where Indecent Proposal.
No,
Right?
that's not
Isn't
Nick
that-
Nolte.
Oh,
that's
Robert
Robert
Redford.
Redford. Oh, that's Robert Redford. My
That's-
bad.
yeah.
The only
Oh, right,
one.
right. Nick Nolte isn't sexy relative to. I was thinking Robert Redford.
Nick Nolte, though, is sexy in 48 hours.
He was in one
Is he?
movie.
So do you know
was
who the
in one
original
movie.
one was in 1985?
Tell me. Give me a hint.
You're not going to like
Give
it.
me a hint. Just give me a hint.
He doesn't like your people.
He don't like my people? Mel
Mel
Gibson?
Gibson.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson?
1985.
He don't like my
1985.
people.
Yeah.
Wait, 85.
Allegedly.
Well, not allegedly. He
That
said
was
Well, he
way
did say
back.
some stuff.
That was at the
That was
beginning
before
of his,
Braveheart.
That was before he was problematic.
Okay.
I still
That was
got,
his Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson.
Lethal. Yeah.
I still got a major problem with this entire list.
Oh, Cappy.
There's only like 3
Listen,
brothers on the entire list. Shannon Sharp's
You
getting
remember
my vote.
I ditched you the other, and I apologize. Lindsay was supposed to say I have to ditch you right now because I'm gonna miss JJ.
Yeah, I
like
gotta go
otherwise.
too, bro.
Yeah,
All
bye.
right, you guys both.
The only one on
Both
that
of you
list that I
guys.
think is even remotely like questionable besides this one is Paul Rudd. So everyone else on there is like, I get it, but yeah.
If I see Shannon Sharp tonight, I'm letting him
Well,
know.
Cappy, tell him real quick about your friends at Seller's Advantage.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Seller Advantage is a great company. It really is. It's an amazing company because the thing is everybody has a different reason for wanting to sell their home. Like some people, like myself, hey, it's time to downsize. Like my kids, my little one just went off to college. I'm in this house. I'm all by myself. To me, it's literally a radio studio that I built in my house, and that's the only thing I even use. You go to my refrigerator in my house, there's nothing in there.
Well, Beto took some stuff out of there.
Well, yes, he did that day, but there's nothing in there at all. So maybe it's you're
See you,
already,
Michael.
Yeah, see you later, Mike. Maybe you're ready to downsize because you have an empty nest. Maybe you are ready to sell this home because your parents left it to you and you don't want to pay the property taxes or you don't want to live in the home. A lot of people, though, I will tell you, are ready to move out of the state of California for a variety of reasons. A lot of people have a hard time getting homeowners insurance because they're in a fire zone and homeowners insurance has become so expensive. Listen, regardless of why you're selling your home, here's what I can tell you. You can make it fast and easy with Seller's Advantage because they will make you a competitive cash offer, no repairs needed, they close in days, no complicated closing process, no contracts falling through. Call them now for a no-obligation offer. There's no obligation. Let them come in. Let them make you a cash offer. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, sellersadvantage.com. DRE number 01961658.
Did you just shut that off?
I pushed the button and went, I did that. Now, wait a second. Are you going to leave me?
Yeah, I'm leaving too.
Where are you going?
I got to do the game.
Come on. What time's the game start?
I got to talk to JJ
But the
and
game
to
starts
Taylor
at 7
Jenkins.
o'clock.
I got to do the coaches meetings.
This is ridiculous.
Didn't you read the email? It said the
did.
NBA insiders have to bail at 5.
I did read the email.
I send an email every week of what I got to do.
I read your email and your schedule. I have it committed to memory. JJ Redick should wait for
Where
you.
am I tomorrow?
Well, let me tell you something right now.
We
Tomorrow,
don't know.
Tomorrow, you're doing another thing tomorrow.
He
Hey,
couldn't
you know
remember.
what you should
I'm
do?
doing it from home.
He couldn't remember. He
Let me
did
tell
say
you
you were
something.
at home and then you're flying too, but he couldn't remember
I'm going to
where.
make a suggestion to you, and then you can tell us what you got to tell us.
Yeah.
When you have a Laker game, rather than you leaving early, you tell JJ Redick that I told him.
That he's got to wait?
No. He does whatever it is you two do together, he does it on the air. You want to do a pregame interview with him? Do it on the air.
Yeah, but it's not just me. It's Legs and Pash, too.
Well, you know what? Let Legs and Pash do their thing. Give us 15 minutes.
Well,
you do your thing.
You want him to just, why don't we give Legs and Pash, we just do the meeting here?
100%.
Yeah, but that's where we get the good stuff, and it's off the record a lot of times.
Make it on the record.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Give
great.
us the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, what do you have to say?
I got to tell you about my guy, Jacob. Listen, you get into an accident of any kind, you call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. By the way, you're listening to KSPN Los Angeles. If you're a motorcyclist, you love that freedom, man. Beating the traffic, splitting the lanes, making the rest of us jealous. You'll be home faster than us. There is, of course, a huge risk, obviously, riding a motorcycle. Yep. All it takes is one person to be distracted and not see you, and then, unfortunately, you know what could happen. Obviously, motorcycle accidents are usually more serious than regular auto accidents, so call Jacob immediately after a motorcycle accident at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. My guy Jacob has been at it for more than 25 years helping motorcyclists. He knows your rights, can help you get the medical care that you need without waiting. So if you or a friend or a loved one have been injured in a motorcycle accident, call Jacob right away at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Let him help you get you back on your bike and once again, be the king of the road. So when you call an attorney, you want one who's respected. You call Jacob because he's the real deal, man. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com.
I thought you said they're giving away an Alfa Romeo every Sunday. What? They are? Out of my way! Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Morongo's making your Thanksgiving feast for you to go. Order yours now.
Number 2.
You'll be shaking with laughter with Earthquake, live January 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
It's Morongo's 20th anniversary. The party starts the 22nd with prizes, giveaways, dining and drink specials, and fireworks.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. It's 5 p.m. in the Southland. Turn it up, man. Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing, thanks to our friends at Real Fathers Rights. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorney. Visit realfathersrights.com or call 951-482-7517. Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack.
Bing, ba-da-bop. Yeah. Doom, da da bop. Yeah, come on.
Boop, ba da bop.
Yep, keep going.
Bing, ba da bop.
So
So
boring.
monotone.
Boop, boop,
So
boop.
boring.
Beep, boop, boop.
Lame.
Bop, ba da bop.
Boring Bergman.
I heard it was very boring, by the way, last week, Cappy.
Yeah, Bergie has stepped in as George has left. Trudell has
Bing,
left.
ba da bop.
Bergie has stepped in.
Let's
and,
talk about this.
And Bergie has been offended. He should be
I'm
offended.
offended.
You should be offended. You should be. Okay, and Beto is checking in right now.
What's happening?
What's
What's
going
up,
on,
Beto?
Beto?
Beep, bada, boop.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's not
yeah,
boring.
Yeah. But I normally don't sing because I had a deference to Cappy. So, Berg, what's your problem?
Yeah.
No, it's not my problem.
Yeah, what is the problem?
I was fine. We had a show last week with Cappy. Thought
A
it went
very
really
fun
well.
show.
Couple
Yeah,
shows.
it was a fun show.
Good show.
We actually went out to dinner afterwards.
Solid broadcast.
Had a really nice dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
you guys
nice
were in the
dinner.
It was
shower and all that
delicious.
good stuff. I listened.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a really funny show. Laughter, and all I found out was that I was extremely boring.
Right.
Oh, let me guess.
The most
Morales said
boring
something.
of
right?
all
You
the
got it,
boring.
Beto.
Yeah, okay.
You got it.
So Morales got after Bergman. He went after me, and he went after what's the guy? Mason.
Yeah, and
All right, so-
what's his guy? What's that guy? And you want to know what he said? He said this yesterday on the air. This was down at that Ramirez place. He goes like this.
Ramirez
He
place.
goes.
Just that random place
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
just- there were several Ramirez's.
Yeah, a lot of them. Richard too.
He said this. He goes, well, Cappy said that Bergie was boring, and I've got the text to prove it. To which I said, screenshot the text and tweet the text. I give you every ounce of permission. Go ahead.
Yeah, show the receipts.
everybody.
Show the receipts.
Show the receipts.
I didn't
and you
get
know,
that.
of course you didn't get it. You know why you didn't get it?
Why?
Because Morales was doing what Morales does, Morales-y type stuff.
He wanted me to text you, which I did,
Right.
knowing full well
Took
that
the
he
bait.
wanted me to text. It wasn't the bait because I knew what was going to happen. As soon as I texted Cappy, I knew it was going to immediately go on the air.
Right. You can't
Immediately
say anything
right
to
there.
me without knowing that it's going on there unless you give me the warning, this is not for air.
And then even when he says that, he's probably still going to put it on the air.
In a different way. He won't say it straight out. He'll just kind of dance around it a little bit, and then we'll go from there.
Hey, when's the last time somebody told you something not for air and you actually listened, Cap?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Never.
Hey, but Beto.
That
think
Sean
about it this way.
McVay thing.
Beto, if I was the 2 in that situation, Cappy was the A and I was the B in that situation, who is boring at that point? Is I'm the reactor.
Yeah, you're the reaction.
So, so the one that's bringing
Rancho
up,
Penasquitos.
that's the guy that is bringing up the topics is the guy that is creating where we're going, right?
But I was
So it's not
listening.
so much-
It wasn't boring.
It wasn't boring
I
at
didn't
all.
think it was boring.
I
It
thought
was sports
very
talk.
I
entertaining.
loved it.
Yeah, it was sports talk.
You know what's funny
Sportsy.
too is so when I was talking to Greg afterwards and I was telling him I really enjoyed the show. I thought you guys worked really well together.
Yeah.
It was very fun, and he did mention that he's got to get used to when he's on our show being more like having more
Fun?
Yeah.
because
I lean sports. I
because-
will admit that fully.
You don't have fun on Mason and Ireland?
I do. See, don't do that. I do have fun on Mason.
I'll say
but
it.
That's why I left.
I'll say it.
Because I was having so much fun.
Here, let me defend Bergman, not because he's our boss, but because of this. Because I do the same role that Bergman does, where you fill in on everybody else's show, and you have to blend to what that show is. So you can't act one way with Sedano and Cap, and then go bring that to Mason and Ireland because you're going to be like, no fun zone over here. And then with Travis and DeMarco, you got to be a certain way. So it's hard to be the utility guy off of the bench with no reps. And then sometimes Bergman's the A chair, he's the 2 chair, the 3 chair. He's everywhere, right? He's got a lot of things going on here.
Boy, well said.
Thank
well,
you.
wait,
Well said.
so what
Not
was
boring.
What
Not
was
boring.
Bergman's
my-
never boring though.
What was my piece of feedback to you when you mentioned that, Greg? What did I say in return?
That was so long ago.
Well, I'll remind
tell
you.
me.
I said, don't be afraid to open up more and like go with like whatever, regardless of what the rundown says. Just go with whatever goofy thing we're talking
Yeah.
about because people want to know about you and they want to know about your lives.
Like
and
I
all-
said to Bergie today, I said, Bergie, you're going to the game tonight, right? You're going to go to the Laker game?
Sure am.
Right? You
Yep.
excited about tonight's game?
Of course I am. I'm actually sitting in seats, so I don't have to be like all buttoned up and
Really?
stiff.
And where are you going to be
Anthony
sitting?
Davis is on the court right now, so he's good.
Good. Thank God that he's playing.
Okay, I can hear the squeaking behind you. Okay?
Sitting in it's Michael Thompson seats actually.
Oh,
so
those
like
are
They look
good.
like they're good.
and
Wait,
he's taking
they're
his
good.
significant other.
I am.
You're taking Mean Gene
Yeah.
to the game?
Yep, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Okay, no. So Bergie's girlfriend.
Cheer up, Sleepy Gene.
Bergie's girlfriend's name is Jean, and I told him.
Super nice, man.
I
Leave it
told
alone.
him, I said, dude, every time you talk to her, you should say, well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
She's not that old. She doesn't know.
No, I know she doesn't know.
Well, she's my age. So
But she
very
doesn't. Again, I don't even know what that means, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
every time Hulk
we're the
Hogan
same
ever
age.
started an interview with Gene Okerlund, he would say, well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
That was
that's
in
what
the
I think.
80s, bro.
Well, bro, maybe a little in the early 90s.
DeAndre, do you know who that is?
I do, yeah.
You know who Mean Gene Okerlund
He's a
is?
wrestling fan.
I don't know who that is. I
Yes,
don't
you
know.
do.
You don't know Mean Gene
don't.
Okerlund.
You don't know Mean Gene Okerlund?
No, he's in his
He's
20s.
the announcer with the mustache.
You guys
and the bald
forget.
cap.
You know
okay,
you should always
okay.
do.
Awesome.
Wait, Hulk Hogan, just so you know, is not the guy who was at the political rallies. Hulk Hogan
Yeah,
was
it
actually
is.
a pro wrestler.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't?
Two different people.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Always remember, if DeAndre doesn't know, then don't use that reference.
Oh, really? Is that the
Yeah.
rule?
Well, he doesn't know all the references.
No,
He
because
doesn't know any of the references.
Yeah, so don't do them because you sound like the old people.
Yeah, but then we're speaking to the people who listen.
From noon to
That's a
3.
very fair point. It's absolutely true.
I'm on your side, DeAndre. I'm trying, bro.
Okay, wait. So to bring it all back,
Yep.
I said, Greg, don't be afraid to be not more fun, but open up, loosen up a little bit, and it was funny because it was I know you're kind of the sports guy on Mason and Ireland because they often default to him for a lot of the sports things.
No,
especially
Ireland knows the
Mason.
sports.
Yeah, they know,
No,
they
of
know their
course.
stuff. I just try and, I try to be the everyman. I try to be the mind of the people.
Really?
Well, Ireland is very pro Lakers. Mason is, he kind of tries to help out
Mason's
Ireland
the fan.
a lot.
He's the
Mason
fan.
likes to look at the box score and repeat it back.
That's not something that I'm going to say.
Wow, you're not going to comment on that?
Mason knows
No,
he does that.
no.
He looks at the stats in the box score.
I love Steve Mason.
leave
He
my
is a
post-game
great
show alone, all
person.
right?
Hey, I love Mace too, but he'll admit he's got
a
he's
great
got it on his
broadcaster.
he is. I love Mace, but he does that.
I've learned a lot from him.
Well, so wait, so you're
Bergman's
sitting
fun. Leave him alone.
You're sitting in Michael Thompson's seats tonight.
Yeah, which is going to be awesome.
And you've got Mean Gene coming with you
Mean
tonight.
Gene, yeah.
Don't call her Mean Gene.
And
She's
so,
not mean, though. She's actually a very
should I
happy
call her
person.
Lean Gene?
How about you just call her
Lean
Gene?
Right?
Lean Gene.
And are you and Lean Gene going to be going to a dinner before this game
Yeah.
tonight?
Did you? I thought we were.
Well, I don't know. I haven't spoken to my date, Morales.
Oh, yes.
No,
it's a double
Bergman,
date,
don't
yes.
do it. Don't
Why?
do it.
I like hanging out with Cappy. What is it?
You really want
Wait,
to
you're
say
going to take a
Say
Gene
it.
on a date with Cappy and Morales?
The date is the game. The date is the game.
Okay, but still, I feel like the dinner with Cappy, Morales, and Gene, that could get very interesting.
I have gone out with Morales and Steffa with Gene.
Perfect.
And
Cappy,
that went really well.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
but
different.
that's a
Totally
Morales at a different level,
Yes.
man.
Right. He's right. Somebody's there to kind of control him a little
This
bit.
is
I
one
went
of
out
those
with you
things.
and Rachel.
Right, we had a
With-
lot
Totally
of
different. Totally
Don't-
different.
Berg, don't do it, man.
Listen,
You tell me why, and then I'll think
this
about
is
it.
one of
Why?
those things where it's
Cappy and Morales.
yes.
The two of them together is quite the pair. I'll give you that.
It's one of those things where she might raise an eyebrow at you and be like, "This is really the people you
She's
hang out
super
with?"
nice, but you
would
you
enjoy
want to take advantage of having you time. You guys don't have you time that often.
Oh, we have a lot of you time.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
trying.
you guys have a lot of you
You're,
time.
you're trying to help me. You're
I'm
trying to help me.
right.
I get it.
Right.
I get it. No,
Wait,
you don't
does
have
she
enough
wanna
Cappy
do this?
Morales time.
So she likes Cappy a lot. She likes Morales a lot. So I think it was
Them
still be
together
okay.
are on a whole other
different.
planet.
Different.
It
You're
is a
right.
very
Individually
They're going to be
different.
talking about mounting. They're going to be spitting each other's tacos
She'll
into
laugh.
each other's
She'll
mouths.
have a blast.
Whoa.
Did you say spitting?
Lindsay,
They did yesterday.
No, Lindsay. Lindsay, wait. Lindsay, baseball. Baseball.
The views and opinion of Lindsay baseball.
It almost went right over my head. I
They did
almost
that.
missed it.
Watch the video. Check the tape.
Baseball. We did not spit tacos into each other's mouths.
like you were feeding
We
them like a
shared
baby
each other's-
bird.
We shared a taco together.
From
this
Mariscos,
video.
Jalisco. It was really nice.
Right.
One shrimp.
Hands free.
Time out.
Hands free. What? Show
Listen,
me the video.
There is a
The
video.
video.
They did like they did with the hot dog.
You
where
guys
they-
got
That was not a hot dog. It
This
was
was
a
a-
22-inch glizzy.
this
Camarón
was a
pelado,
taco.
camarón
And it
pelado.
looked at one point
just
like
singing.
some of one of their already partially chewed taco fell into the other's mouth like a baby bird, and it was very,
What?
Well,
I mean, I don't
What?
consider that spitting,
Hey.
spitting on someone.
Listen,
like
Right, I didn't
tacos.
spit in his
Spitting
mouth.
back and forth. That just seems.
He did not spit a taco in Morales' mouth.
DeAndre, was it a little,
kinda
was it a
did.
little sus? Little
on
sus?
accident, but you did.
Hey, but at the golf tournament, you did kiss.
Well, that was a burger kiss by
whoa,
accident.
whoa.
That was a burger kiss by accident. We shared a burger.
Yep.
And then I got
And
aggressive.
then they shared a kiss.
And then I got some
There
of
were lips.
You know how you get a hair in your food? I got some of Morales' beard in my burger. You know?
You said yesterday that you think you licked his beard.
I know.
And this is why nobody under 25 listens.
I think people under 25 listen because of this.
The
To be
people-
honest with you.
The people on remote, they were like, "Oh no, don't do that, don't do that."
Right. I know, they were all mortified.
It was very funny.
Seriously.
I-
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Hi, Cap.
All right, let me just have 1 minute
I gotta
here.
see this. By the way, hold on.
All right,
Beto
you
and,
watch the video.
Beto and Whittier says Durano Sai at 508.
Durano Sai. Hey, real quick, I want to just say this because we're into our 30-minute commercial free. I want to just say that you got to get yourself an Amazon locker. And by now, you've heard me mention the Amazon locker, and you're going, wait a second. So I don't have to be home at my house. I don't have to be at my apartment. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to send my stuff to a secure pickup location. Look, you're going to order from Amazon every day. Literally every single day you're going to order something from Amazon. But if you're not going to be home, and especially when we get to the holiday season, when you're going to holiday parties and you're busy working and you're going to like your kid's show at their school, you're never going to be home. So the thing is, don't have your deliveries sent to your home. Have your deliveries sent to your Amazon secure pickup location, and then you pick up your packages on your own time. And when your package arrives, you get a delivery confirmation email with instructions on picking up the package. It's secure, it's convenient, it's a delivery solution to pick up your Amazon packages. And by the way, there's no additional cost. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. Beto, before we get into Big Deal or No Deal, I must tell you, your energy was missed last night.
It was.
As we went to Don Cuco por tacos.
See.
And then we went to the Pep Boys.
On Atlantic.
Right, where we had more tacos.
Street cred deluxe, Cappy.
Oh, dude.
Eastside Cappy. Hey, Sedano was scared, huh?
Oh, Sedano.
Yeah, he ain't ready.
He was like I looked over at Sedano at one point. We were hanging out with some dudes.
Yeah.
And they were looking at Sedano like, look at how preppy he is.
Yeah.
Look how cute he is.
Sedano probably wanted plates.
You know, yeah.
Napkins.
Like, no, dude, I'm just making a mess of myself. I got guac all over my arms, my fat belly. You know, and when we're at the Pep Boys, Beto, there was this one guy, and he was singing the gospel, man.
I know, I heard the video.
And he was telling everybody, you know, bring Jesus to your heart, blah, 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 all the things that
he
you
was
say.
like John 3:16, right? The guy behind the field goal?
Right, when you're pushing your religion on everybody else. And I'm like, hey, pal, I'm trying to eat freaking tortas over here.
No, you didn't.
I swear to you.
It's in the video. It's Beto. It's in the video.
I swear. I'm like, yo, my man, I'm trying to eat a torta
We're
over
trying to
here.
eat tacos over
And
here.
you make sure to go really far away from him, too, though, right?
No, but then afterwards, we hugged it out.
Hey,
No, afterwards, Beto, you don't understand. We were hugging it all out. But
Don't
he was
do
telling me, he was saying, hey, Jesus is looking for some good guys. I'm like, I got him for you. I gave him Morales. I handed him Morales.
You handed him Jesus.
Right.
Hold on, Cappy. Can we break down this video of
Let
you
me see what
sharing
you're
a
doing.
taco?
So
No.
I know what
Let
you're
it go,
looking at.
Berg. Let
me
it go.
see what
No,
it is.
there's a lot of stuff that happens in
Let me
this
take a
video.
look. I do not spit a taco in his mouth.
No, you do not.
A
But
taco
if
from
you- if
Marisco,
you watch
Jalisco.
Morales,
Show me the video. Let me see.
Before you actually go mouth to mouth
Yeah, let's
on
do
the
some
taco,
film study. Yeah.
Morales sticks his tongue out and is like ready for the
Yeah.
taco.
Let me see. Let me see.
Just
All right,
watch.
no, you didn't push play. Let me push
It
play.
is
All right, let me take a look
reminiscent
here.
of a baby bird getting fed by its mother.
All right, I take the Jalisco Marisco.
Yeah, do you
Marisco's
see
Jalisco,
Morales,
which
he
is
starts to,
fantastic.
like, lick
Yes,
his lips,
right.
but he leaves the tongue out
He
just a
comes
little bit
in
longer.
for it, right? I go in aggressively. Ooh, you're right. You're right. We almost made out.
You almost made out. And even earlier
I was standing
on,
right there. I saw this thing
there's
like
a point.
in live
and Parker,
3D.
if you can get a video of it, like break it down. There's a spot right here. Hold on, right there.
Right
The
there.
tongue is out.
Right
the tongue is out, just
Yeah.
waiting for this taco.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Hey, yo.
And you
everybody
wonder why I
stand
didn't
up.
go.
Stand up. Hey, stand up and put your
knew.
hand over your heart. Otherwise, who knows what people might say about you. God forbid you don't have your hand over your heart.
They're practicing the anthem
Is
right
that
now.
really that big of a deal? I put
No,
my hands
listen,
behind my back.
Listen, I
Is
don't know.
that wrong?
I don't know Michael Strahan at all. Like, I'm not here to defend Michael Strahan. I think Jay Glazer's done a good enough job, and Jay Glazer's my boy. But I'll just tell you this right now. I didn't grow up my whole life putting my hand over my chest. During the Pledge of Allegiance, I did, but not during the national anthem. And people just want to make everything into a big deal. You know, their interpretation of Michael Strahan standing there while everybody else on the set had their hands over their heart, maybe that's not the way he does it.
He didn't even know, probably. And his dad's in the military. He's a military
I know.
brat.
That's the biggest thing of all of it. But if you take your hat off, that's pretty much all you really have to
If
do.
you
there.
leave it on, that's disrespectful.
That is
But
disrespectful.
that's-
Sitting down, as long as you can stand up, sitting down is disrespectful.
I just
People
really
just
hate,
want to complain to complain.
Right, and I really hate the way people... Listen, again, I don't need to defend Michael Strahan. He's as rich and as famous and probably as secure, although TMZ did show up at his house and he grabbed that guy's phone like Jason Kelsey style.
Throw
That
it down
phone
on
out of
the
my
ground.
face. Don't be coming
I
to my
would
house.
too.
Right.
Damn, that ain't right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
so can I do a big deal or no deal
Yes,
really quick?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Before
do
we
some
get to
big
dealer's
deal or no
choice.
deal.
Okay, so actually, before I get into the real big deal or no deal, I got to ask Bergman and Beto to weigh in on the conversation we were having during Radio Tinder. How do you guys feel about John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim from The Office, being named people's sexiest man alive in 2024?
See, I've always found that people have told me that he is a very attractive man.
He is, but the sexiest man alive?
I mean, is it really about the sexiest man at this point?
Yes.
It's really
As
what you are
opposed to
doing.
what?
No, it's how much you're doing. He does
Well,
what?
what's he doing?
All the quiet places that he
Okay,
does
but
with his
he's
wife.
not like those
What's that?
huge
What is
He's also,
movie
star.
isn't he? You watch the show that he does on? Was it on Amazon?
No, that was Reacher, that Cappy.
I love Reacher.
Oh, Reacher. Now that guy's the sexiest man.
Right.
That dude's
No,
jacked.
I
What-
said.
he did something where he was
Yeah,
that
they-
type of character.
I know, but and
He's
again,
an action adventure star,
Yeah, he was
kicking
an action
people's
star.
asses.
Yeah. John Krasinski
I am not
absolutely was.
He's just a white
debating.
guy, man. He
I'm-
looks like Cappy's neighbor.
Right.
He is.
Right, I could be the
he did
sexiest
Jack
man alive
Ryan.
if he is.
Jack Ryan.
Jack
Again,
Ryan. See, Jack Ryan.
He's very sexy in that show, but the sexiest man alive in 2024, I feel like you need to have like more credentials.
If I see Shannon Sharp tonight, I'm telling Shannon Sharp that he should be the sexiest man
call
alive.
Yeah. Club Shay.
You gotta say,
Shay,
Unc.
Him and
like
Dion
I'm gonna
Cole.
call him out. I'm
Him
gonna
and
call
Dion
him
Cole.
out to him.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
Unc. Yo,
Uncle
Unc,
Shay Shay.
Let's talk about this.
Uncle Shay Shay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beto, what do you think?
I just said it. He looks like Cappy's neighbor. He looks like every dude in Solana Beach at Del Mar. It's not that big. He blends in.
He's funny. He seems approachable. He seems like he's just a good all-around guy. With
I've
a
heard
good
nothing but
family.
super nice things about him.
Exactly. So I think that plays a little bit into it. And most women find him very attractive. So
Again, not saying he's not sexy,
He's not
but
old.
the
No, he's good looking.
sexiest man
I'm not
alive.
hating on him. He's good
he's a
looking.
Don't hate,
good-looking
celebrate.
guy.
Yeah.
He looks like he's pretty built from Jack Ryan. I mean, he seems like a
But the guy from
typical
Reacher, I'll take his
good-looking
muscles
guy.
better.
Yeah, the guy from Reacher's hot.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't
Buff.
even know Reacher.
Reacher's awesome. You didn't watch Reacher?
I don't even know what it is.
Reacher's an
Oh,
amazing
man.
series.
You don't listen to our
No,
shows,
it's
then.
I've heard you guys talk about it, but I've
It's
never
not
watched it.
amazing. It's just me, big, dong, ooh,
This
buff.
guy
Right.
is huge.
Yeah, the guy from
Yeah.
Reacher is amazing. One of my favorite scenes is when he's
Alan
he's-
Richson?
Yeah, he's at like an ATM and he's trying to get a couple bucks because this guy can live like 6 months on like $50. So he goes to this ATM and he sees that there's this lady and she's in her car like half a block away. And in her car, there's a guy who is kidnapping her and her kid. And he like somehow sees this and he kind of makes eye contact with her and he's like, is this guy like and she's like, yes, help me. And Reacher walks over, takes off his jacket, wraps it around his arm, and then blasts the window through so that he can pull out the bad guy. Now I've done that since. It works.
How did it go?
Oh, it works
How did-
great.
explain
it
that
works
whole
just amazing. You
scenario
take
that you
your
did it.
jacket, you wrap it around your hand, you bust the window, you pull the bad guy out. I mean, I've seen that happen on Reacher. I could do that.
DeAndre.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
You don't think so,
No,
DeAndre?
there's no chance.
Yeah,
There's no
it'd be-
chance.
DeAndre, if we were together, I'd be like, yo, wrap this jacket around your hand and go punch that window out and grab that guy out of his car.
DeAndre, you got to
You can do it.
I can do it.
You can do it.
Cappy, you would pull.
Sweatshirt.
Yeah, Cappy would
take
pull
it off, give it to
bicep.
him, let him put his hand or like wrap it around his hand and try and break through this window.
No,
No
not this
chance.
window,
No.
a car window.
Okay, we'll do it downstairs.
Okay, can I do it in your car?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Your car. You can do
That
it to
new
your own
Subaru.
car.
No, I got that brand new Subaru. I don't
Yeah.
want to mess with that car.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what Subaru's made of.
No,
Let's see
because
how-
Omar, the general manager down there at Ocean Subaru, he'd be pissed.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We
No.
don't want to ruin Omar's car.
No, as a matter of fact,
Why
you know,
not? We got plenty down there.
that is true. They do have extra ones. I will just say this. The one thing about Subarus, they're spacious, they're sporty, they're for an active lifestyle, they're versatile, they're reliable, they're all-wheel drive. There's so many great things to tell you about Subaru. And let me tell you this. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, that's the place to go. Because Omar, as I mentioned, 22-year Army vet, got out of the Army, didn't know what he was going to do, got into car sales, loved it, got passionate about it, not just the sale itself, but the brand of Subaru. And 10 years later, he's the general manager. So if you're a veteran, he's going to take extra good care of you. But if you're a civilian, he wants to see you down there too. Because Subaru is the safest vehicle on the road, and they know everything about these cars top to bottom. Ocean Subaru, conveniently located at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They make you smile at every mile. And here we go back to Big Deal or No.
That's a good spot.
That
Thank
was
you.
seamless.
Perfect.
That's right in the
That
middle of
was
the
a
whole
master
conversation.
class.
That was
Thank
exactly
you.
how you're supposed
Appreciate
to do it.
that.
You can
I'll
take us
say
to
it.
Mammoth now.
Yes, I can.
Masterclass. That
Thank
was
you.
a master class, Cappy.
Beautiful.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so last one of Big Deal or No Deal here. All right, so this is something that, I don't know, as somebody who's very passionate about, like, the environment, I'm a very green person, consider myself. I recycle. I do all the things.
Nice.
I saw that there was this law in New York State, similarly to California, that passed the law that they're going to be banning individual plastic bottles of shampoo and conditioner for hotels. So California passed this law a couple years ago. Now New York is doing it. And I guess there's like 7 or 8 other states that this is set to be on the ballot over the next year or so. I feel like one of like the tiny joys in life is collecting these tiny little travel shampoo and conditioners and being able to use them when you need them at a moment's notice. And I also think that using the giant plastic, the bottles that they have, like, the ones that are in the dispensers up, like, attached to the shower or the bathtub or whatever, I find that very disgusting because you don't know what's in there. You don't know who refilled it. You don't know if they watered it down.
What are you saying it to dare you in? Where are you saying that?
I'm just saying, you don't know what's in there, and they could be refilling it with anything.
I always feel very confident. No problem at all. Yeah. Shampoo.
Essentials, fantastic.
I use it, but that's a good point.
Again, as a woman, I'm very particular about my shampoo and conditioner, and at least, when you go to the good hotels, like, you're getting that Paul Mitchell, or you're getting, like, that
That's like at the E Central. Yes. They got good stuff.
Yeah. I remember when I used to stay at Imperial Palace or, like, Ellis Island in Vegas, but
you don't know. So you don't know. And I want to ask you guys.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Is this a big deal or no deal that now everybody's just using these plastic dispensers to fill with whatever they please?
I guess it's not no deal.
Never thought about that, did you?
I never thought about it.
But I'm going to go no deal also, but here's why. And this may be naive. But I have inherent trust in people being good.
So naive.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah,
so naive.
It is naive.
Look,
but
if
it's
you're
a good
staying
way
at
to
the
live.
Ritz or the Four Seasons, that's what you do, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
the Waldorf Astoria, Pedregal, no problem.
I mean, I just feel like
that's how we roll, Cappy.
Pedregal's good. I like it.
Yeah.
When you, I caught that.
When you stay at the Ritz and you're flying on Spirit.
Oh no.
I'm kidding.
Don't mess with Spirit today. Today's not the right day.
They were shooting at
Spirit was great when I went to Vegas.
Cappy, did you see they were shooting at Spirit in Haiti?
What?
Yeah, Spirit Airlines took off in Haiti and they were shooting from the ground.
Oh, I did read about that. I did read about that.
He was very upset today when I told him that they're going bankrupt.
Well, the only reason is because I wanted to make sure I could still use my Spirit credit card that I signed up for on my last Spirit flight when I was sitting on those cardboard seats that they have.
Oh, jeez.
I said rack it up now because they're not going to come after you for it, right, Cap?
They're very comfortable. Hey, Dealer's Choice, Real Deal, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. You want to sell your house before you do, don't call an agent. Call Seller's Advantage. They're going to buy it with an as-is competitive cash offer, no repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE number 01961658. Hey, Dealer's Choice. I told the story yesterday. I told this story yesterday as we were leaving Ramirez and we were going out on our taco tour. 2 nights earlier, I had been at a Veterans Day event with Operation Rebound, which is an organization I've been supporting for years. And what they do is they bring back military veterans who get into, people have lost legs or arms or have been blown up in war. And literally, they put these people's lives back together by utilizing sports as a way to do that. And I was at this super fancy restaurant, and whatever I was eating hit my stomach the wrong way. And you guys know I always carry extra underpants just in case. And I had to run to this bathroom. And when I got there, they had this super fancy toilet, and it had a heated seat.
Did you tell the story already?
I did. Well, I'm going to continue it. Here's the deal.
Oh, my God. There's more?
There's this super, so they have this heated seat, right?
Hey, those are great.
I'm sitting, but here's the thing. The longer you sit on it, the hotter it gets.
So it starts to burn you?
I have a 4th degree burn on my both hamstrings and my toes. No, 4th degree. Yeah. 4th degree. So here's the thing, though, is that after last night's taco tour, Beto, people were saying to me this morning on Twitter, how's your stomach doing, Cap? Because I had adobada. See, I had pollo.
Chicken.
I had carne.
What was the burger looking thing?
Torta.
No,
chorizo.
Molito or something?
Oh, you had a molita, too.
I had a molita.
That's a lot of cheese.
Right, a lot of cheese, okay? Don Cuco had that molita para usted.
Sí,
right.
Para ti.
Para ti, right. Yeah. And I will just say this right now.
Don Cuco is Tijuana-style tacos.
Right.
Cappy, that's why you love it, because it reminds you of home.
Right, but let me just say one thing. As people, and I appreciate everybody's concern, okay? Everybody's like, hey, Cap, how's the stomach doing? Did you have to use your extra pair of underpants?
Cappy, you got the brown cred, bro. You know your stomach is ready, man.
Well, that's what I wanted to tell you,
You're not
Beto.
soft, Cappy.
No.
After all these taco tours, they better have good stuff.
Fancy restaurant.
You're not La Jolla, Cap.
Right.
No. You're Barrio Logan, son.
See, and listen, fancy restaurant, 22-ounce, bone-in steak. Forget about it. Garbage, man.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Right? I'm telling you right now.
Scotty.
Last night I was eating mariscos, Jaliscos, and Don Cuco's tacos.
Todo.
And tortas with chorizo, which is usually very dangerous for a guy like me.
They ain't ready.
Dangerous for me.
Telling you right now, my stomach was fine.
Because you're a champ, bro. You've been training for this. We've had you in this, Cappy. We've had you during the prelims. We had you during the combine. You're ready for this. That's why you didn't need me last night, because Eastside Cappy doesn't need anybody. He rolls by himself, son.
And by the way, Beto, you're right. And listen, and I had to
want to try those Molitas.
I had to protect Chris last night. Chris got so freaked out when we were at the Pep Boys.
Man, because he's from Downey, man. They're soft and Downey.
Right. You know? It's kind of like in Swingers when Sue breaks out that gun and they're like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, oh, you don't get it, man. You're not from here. They're like, bro, you're from Orange County.
Yeah.
Right. You know?
See? Yeah, exactly. You know, he owns a house.
Right.
He ain't from here.
All right, Beto, we got to go.
Beto's going to have the pregame. It's coming up right now. We're going to the Lakers game. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal...
I'm Doug.
And I'm Damon.
And we want to buy your house.
Let Seller's Advantage show you how we can give you more.
No fees, no commissions, and no repairs. Just a fair cash offer that can close in just a few days.
Check out our Google reviews.
And call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com. I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Seller's Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Seller's Advantage or